considering we have people in the background doing stuff, I'll get Ariana to introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Ariana. I'm Thea, Mandalorian.
That's okay, we can partly see the cat.
Oh, where is the cat in view yet?
Take a step to your left.
My left?
Yes. There you go.
Okay, alright.
That's a little
So,
better.
I'm Thea Striker, Mandalorian tracker and sweet tracer. And this is my companion animal. He's absolutely useless, but he looks cute.
He's not amused,
He's purring even louder now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you
Well,
go.
he's on camera, he loves.
The purr got extra loud.
He loves the attention.
Alright, so he's going to be my representative until I get to the tail.
Yep.
Do you reckon he's going to run away 2 seconds after I put him down?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Would be a cat of horse.
Okay. Amusingly, the camera just hasn't been framed, but he's got his head cut off.
Yeah. There he is.
Okay, then we have Mark.
Hi, I'm Paper, playing Piper, Riddick, bounty hunter extraordinaire, alcohol connoisseur now, recently, and general good girl.
What?
Something new this week.
Something new.
Yeah.
She's made a change of her mind.
Well, let's see how far we go with that one.
Okay, Stefan.
Hello, I am playing Katike Supren. I am a survivalist bounty hunter, and I'm in it for the money. Yeah, more so than others, I believe.
We'll say after last session.
Yeah. and other things I may or may not have done in the past. Which nobody needs to know about.
Deniability, don't give us details.
Exactly. All you need to know is I play a lot of
Card games.
card games. And I do make money, I just get beaten up for it, which I forgot about. Hey, some places you can walk out of a casino and they don't beat you up. Apparently here they do, so you know.
Well, it wasn't the casino people. It was just the criminal underground.
Yes, you were fighting the you weren't fighting. You didn't gamble in one of the big establishments. You gambled in a cantina.
Yeah, I was giving them the benefit of the doubt, you know.
And then they noticed that you weren't armed.
Yes, I only had 2 hands and that was it.
And then we have Kesley.
I am playing Kayana, the martial artist of the group, the muscle, and according to the Bounty Hunters Guild, the leader. Whereas mostly I'm just trying to do my duty to my clan to give ourselves a good bounty hunter's reputation and do what we're supposed to.
Well, you are getting there. You have successfully completed 3 bounties.
Yes.
Next person we have online is Dee.
Hi everybody, I'm playing Vanna. She is the guild, the Bounty Hunters Clan. She is a gadgeteer. And she can't do moves of like John Moxley, which is a real shame, and we found that out last time. She's a team player. She's got long brown plaited hair, and soon there will be a miniature shipping its way from the United Kingdom to Australia. She's got like a tattoo of the star wing on her left arm. Like I said, hey, she is the clan. And that's about it I can think of.
All good. And next person we have online tonight is Ross.
Yes. I am playing the assassin. So I'm the one who decided to bring a vibro knife to a street brawl and successfully got dispatched 3 combatants quite quickly. So I'm finally been able to show off my assassination abilities.
Now we're wanted for murder.
No, we're not.
He's wanted for murder, not us.
Well, it was also to lessen the amount of damage that you would have sustained by being mugged by 5 people.
I'm not complaining. It's the local government that's complaining.
Oh,
Actually,
what do you mean? it's
No
bad
one
to
is
kill
wanted.
people? Okay.
Someone is wanted for murder, but it's not us.
No, it was self-defense.
I think if we were concerned about that, we wouldn't be Mandalorian.
The other
Yeah.
thing is, you also left the scene. So, the fact that you killed the people and left and didn't report it as a self-defense thing makes it a crime.
Makes it manslaughter.
Mm.
So, the crime is you fled the scene of the incident where people were left dead.
Yeah.
Whereas you could have talked your way out of it as self-defense if you had waited for the authorities to arrive.
That would require us not to panic.
Yes, that's true. And you panicked and fled.
Plus, the authorities would have picked up the money off the ground and said, "This is our tip."
Quite possibly too.
Yeah, you would have lost your winnings
Exactly.
because they probably thought that you actually mugged them.
Or they just go, "Oh, you're not allowed to gamble in those kind of places. Here's your fine," which happens to be the exact same amount I told them I won. Which is why I don't trust authorities.
Well, the other thing is we have to leave this area because we're not allowed to wear armor either.
We're not allowed to wear armor. We're not allowed to carry certain weapons.
Well, that does occur with certain things. Let's see, just making sure I've got my mics all working.
On the plus side, I found I can use my bloody force spike, so I'll be wandering around with that now. And we'll probably also have to invest in heavy clothing.
Well, yeah, heavy clothing will actually help you guys get around because it is designed to be worn on the street.
I already have heavy clothing.
Not everybody's got heavy clothing.
You guys and your richness and throwing credits everywhere.
I believe heavy clothing is worth more than some of the other clothing.
It was in like 100.
Hey,
Was it?
I've got
Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter.
I got a nice
50
guiding
credits.
vest.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. Then it was one of the cheaper options to run around the streets with.
Yeah.
Because I think there's armored clothing was what I confused it with, which is worth about 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the stylish one.
Yeah.
You can get heavy clothing stylish as well, but I think it's like 10 times the price.
That's right. I got my blue dress when I need to. open that out.
Oh yeah, we've got our fancy dress, but that's got no armor.
Okay.
Might add to persuasion bonuses, but that's about it.
Or as they say in Dragon Age, a slattern.
Yeah.
So the recap of what happened last session was you finally managed to meet with the with the governor's father, rescue him, and deal with the repercussions of what made him sick. And then handed him in at the bounty office where you almost got a reprimand for asking too many questions after delivering the bounty. Yes.
Can't even read it now.
The bounty hunter's thing is once you've delivered the bounty, that's it, move on, nothing to see here.
I was still buzzed. It's my fault. I was still buzzed.
And most of the crew were hanging around to talk to the guy afterwards. So the Bounty Hunters Guild was not particularly happy with the group doing that at that time.
But we just wanted our car back.
He was a cool guy. Come on.
You owe me money.
He was cool. He said so many cool things.
Yes, but he was a bounty and you delivered him.
Okay.
From the Bounty Hunter's perspective, that was your job done. And they particularly don't like it when their hunters overstep their mark.
I was a bit buzzed. I can understand.
We all understand that. So that was why me pointing out at this next session, that was part of the reason why the bounty hunter shut you down on any other jobs.
It's understandable. He'll get over it, I'm sure.
They will, but they always choose their time to employ people.
That's right.
Okay, so after that, you went back to your accommodation and found out that Piper's decrypt of the issues was waiting for someone to respond to it about a week ago.
I've got down as 20% at the moment. So.
They realise they have to every couple of hours tell it to continue processing.
It's like Netflix asking if you're still watching.
You still want this to continue?
Yes, Netflix, do you not know me by now? Just keep playing.
Yes,
And
they
it's
do.
also Amazon as well.
Oh, yeah.
All the streaming services do it, including YouTube.
YouTube does
Yeah.
too, because I
All
get
just
YouTube.
as annoying as each other.
Mm-hmm.
especially when I'm watching a 5-hour podcast thing on YouTube. They ask me halfway through, do you want anything else? Of course, I'm watching it still.
Yes, it's supposed to do it between things, not on each one. Sounded like there was a bird in the background there.
Yeah, must be the
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
Or
Almost sounded like a bird.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just a seagull.
Okay.
Okay, so
It's stealing my dice. Bring it back.
okay, so you are back at the starport. You have returned to your accommodation after your gambler had decided to sneak out on everyone and make some money and get hijacked on the way home, call for assistance, initiate a fight, cause a couple of deaths, and then run away from it, and then find out on the news that the authorities are looking for someone who committed a couple of murders.
Wasn't me.
I hope that's how they said it.
And I'm looking at going,
I'm looking for somebody.
my drinking doesn't cause these problems, but yet you decide to cause a problem. And I'm an alcoholic.
Hey,
So-
I was using my fists. Mr. Stabby McStabby here pulled out his vibro knife and sliced 3 people in half.
Well, it wouldn't be in a situation if you didn't gamble. Just
Well,
put it
next
out there.
no. Next time I just bring. some-
Wouldn't it be in a situation if you actually took somebody with you?
Exactly, and now we know if I ever gamble in this place, I'm bringing someone with me.
I don't think
Okay,
that's
children, I think it's time to move on and let's get on and rest for tonight.
I'll go check on the encryption.
Yep. It is waiting for you to push the button again.
I'll push the button. What percentage up to now?
It's set to 21.
Right, okay. I'll update to 21. Yep. No. I do look at Doctor and the drawing go. Can you keep an eye on this tonight?
He's currently powered down.
I thought you couldn't power down.
You can. You can't power him.
He's
now.
leaking radiation, isn't he?
Yep. Doesn't mean he can't do that while powered down.
I forgot about that bit. I think
Is there a...
somebody should sort that out. I don't know who. But, yeah.
He's
Okay,
he's also the group mechanic. He doesn't have a problem with the leaking radiation. Partly because his sensors can't detect it.
Okay. I think I'll go for the rest as well. So.
Okay. So, everyone rests for the night. And in the morning, you're awakened to a banging on the door.
Are wounds restored to normal or do we need medical attention? Medical attention. Okay, I'm going to...
Normally.
Oh, Dr. Chuckles will be going around and helping everyone out.
Yeah, while they sleep.
Okay, cool.
Possibly while they sleep too, because that's the kind of doctor he is.
This will help you. Stab. Ah, waking you up.
Roger.
I believe healing is rather specific for when you get back your stuff. Let me just have a quick look for that. Skills are here somewhere.
You just pick up some pain relief.
Okay.
Not combat. Not knowledge. Section book 4. It's been a while since I've looked up medicine and how to do that properly. Okay, medicine. Okay, so it would take multiple medical checks.
Did anyone take critical damage?
I don't believe anyone got a critical hit on them.
Just my pride.
Oh, somebody just kind of had a few problems when trying to beat up a droid, but
Yeah, it's no big deal.
I think major.
Okay, just going to add in our droid in the background.
Cool.
I was going to say, nothing of Stimpak can use.
But he's happy to listen in.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, I'll try his other account.
Dinner and snacks for me. And you, but I'm not going to tell you what the reasons being after later.
So okay, so basically everyone would have to have a medicine check done on them to treat wounds. So wounds don't come back easily on their own.
Okay, I'm good, so I didn't.
Yeah, I'm good.
So were you wounded, Stefan?
Yes.
Okay, I'll just see if I can actually get any.
I would
I
like
think
to-
Stefan's the only one who got wounded.
No, I've got 4 wounds.
I've got a missing 5.
Yeah, because they bashed you up.
Well, I can hand out a stim pack for a gambler, and I can do a stim pack for myself, which will take us down to 8.
Sorry.
So you'll have restored 1 from overnight.
But I've also got a doctor here as well.
Oh, sorry, Mom. Did I hit you? No. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think the med kit actually helps restore stuff, just helps you do medicine.
It does help you do medicine, yes.
Just my pills, Dr. Arnold.
And we've got a built-in med kit in the drawer, I think.
We do.
Okay, so I'm going to use a stim pack.
Okay. So how many stim packs do you have?
I have 10.
Okay.
I know.
So that will count as one of your stim packs used for the day.
Yep.
Nine.
And
Oh,
that,
D's.
and that will give you each you back 5. I think it is. Or was it 6?
6, isn't it? We looked up last time.
Yeah, because it's a limited amount and it gets less each time you use it.
Per day, I think.
Yeah. Medical stim pack 5 actually.
5. There you go.
5.
Just what I needed. The perfect number.
As you fill yourself with
That's
medical
right, I've got 4 stim packs, but I won't bother using those.
What's the total amount of times we can stim pack ourselves per day?
every time you stim pack yourself, it reduces the amount it heals you by 1.
By 1. Okay, alright.
So next
I'll
time you
just
get
put-
1 in the day, it will be 4, and then 3, and then 2, and then 1, and then doesn't. No,
And what point does it reset?
After you've had
rest?
a 24 hours and a rest.
Okay.
So you're supposed to wait 24 hours at least and then
Right.
rest.
What does stim packs use today?
Okay, so they do that.
Mhm.
There's banging on the door.
Banging on the door, yes.
I go answer the door.
Okay. It is a Starport authority at the door.
Starport Authority.
Yep. One of the security people from the Starport.
Okay. Is that where the fight was? You opening the door or am I?
Yeah, I
Okay.
open the door. If
I'm
you want to be with her,
Next
with me.
to you, but not in a crowding manner, just in
Yeah.
a be helpful manner.
Yeah. I say, hello. How can I help?
Yes, I'm looking for this individual. He holds up a picture showing Stefan's character.
Stefan's character. I say, may I ask what this matter is in relation to?
You may.
What is this? What is this in relation to?
I'm sorry, but we can't divulge it at the moment. But you may ask.
Cool. Glad you're here to help.
If
I
we
leave-
see them, we'll
I
let
leave
you
her
know.
at the door, and I go get her.
Okay.
And I say there, Popo's here.
Why would I answer the door then?
I've taken a sip of my flask and whatnot. Oh, I haven't got my flask. Have I? Somebody hold on my flask. Sorry.
You gave your flask to.
Have we had breakfast yet or not?
No,
No.
this is before breakfast.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
I think I've got the flask.
Have you? Okay. I'll look for my flask now. Oh well. Yeah. Who's banging this early in the morning? I yell out from my bed.
And you hear from the door, airport security, Starport security.
Ah. Okay, that's
Is
fair
it
enough.
male, female?
Wow.
Okay. Very handsome man, Piper.
He's got a full helmet on.
You say that out loud?
Mhm.
Get up there, go. How you going?
Good.
Nice helmet, huh?
Yep.
What do people want for breakfast?
This is the woman you're looking for. There we go.
I'm just.
This is not the person I am looking for.
Dress on, but I'm just gonna.
You haven't got your dress on?
I'm just looking up and down on this guy.
What are you wearing?
I'll-
Probably nothing.
Yeah, all right.
I mean, I'm sure he would enjoy it.
It is a PG Star Wars, so he has to be wearing something.
Okay, I'll just have sleeper
A
jacket.
towel?
robe.
A robe on.
Yes, even slave labor is PG.
Yeah. I'll say just a robe on. Okay.
Just
I'll just look him up and down. And
just
smile
disappearing
down.
for a little while. I'll be
Just
back
to,
shortly.
Sorry, to distract them since I'm at the door and
Mm-hmm.
Kayana's off with Kedkia. I'm just like, so have you been working in this area at all?"
He
Wait,
just
I
slowly
explained-
turns and looks at you and stops.
I say, I'm new to town, what do you think of this place? Well, we're waiting, might as well pass the time with some friendly conversation.
He says, ID, please.
Oh, sure, I'll give you my ID.
Okay, he scans and looks it.
Okay, sure.
Hands it back to you.
Yeah.
And then goes back and looks towards wherever else. Piper goes, ID, please.
She doesn't have hers on her. As you can see, she's wearing very little.
I'm searching the pockets of the robe and going, not here, right? Do you want me to get it?
ID, please.
I suspect that they're going to make you go get it because,
Okay. I'll go over, go get it, come back and go. So
we really need to come up with fake
So
ID.
what would guess? Oh,
Actually, could I have shown you my press credentials instead?
You could have.
Could I do that since I'm slow thinking and I have paper in?
Okay. You show
Okay.
your
I
press.
showed my press ID instead.
so what's your name? And I hand out my Piper.
He says, Starport Security.
Oh, come on,
I don't know who he is. Just read his name badge.
Does he have a name badge?
Doesn't have a badge showing what his name is. He scans it and hands it back to you and says, okay, do you know who this person is? Showing a picture of
Kedkia.
Kedkia.
No, I think it's at the back there. I think it's just waking up. You did wake up this morning.
I'm sad I'm not at the door now.
Okay, flicks over to one of Ross's characters. Did you know who this is?
One of Ross's characters?
All the
He
characters.
switches over to another picture
Oh,
and says, you know who this is, and it's
oh,
Ross's character.
Ross. Okay. Khalid. I'm like, what?
And a
brings you
voice
today?
comes from the refresher. Okay, who's used all the hot water?
Sorry, I had my hand
So
up.
it's Piper actually
I said,
responding because Piper's in the doorway now, being shown a picture.
yeah, that's one of our team. So yeah, I think they're back somewhere. And I said, haven't seen them this morning yet. Kind of just woke up and all I heard was a hot hunky spaceport person here.
Would you like to get them for me now?
I believe someone is looking to see whether or not they are actually here.
Yeah, I think we've got that other person that came up earlier.
You've come pretty early. We don't know who made it back last night or not.
I'll come back. May I see a
Excuse me.
badge?
Yeah,
he
we
says-
got a right to see a badge. Don't we?
He looks at you again, and he said he steps back from the door and taps on his comlink, and he seems to be talking in his helmet.
Like, no, out of thingy. Like, is there like a thing where you're allowed to see badges in this world, or is that not a thing?
You don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Oh, okay. So
We don't know enough of
You're
the
not
world.
from this world.
No, but as a player, like, so not character knowledge.
As a character knowledge, your character doesn't know.
Yeah, no, but as a player,
As a player.
I'm asking, is that a thing?
There's a thing you can ask.
I do. I pop up now. They're coming soon. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Just woken up too early. So.
I thought you guys said to have a badge for our records.
He displays a Starport Security logo.
Logo.
Does it have a badge on?
Yeah.
It shows a number, but it doesn't show any details about the person.
Can I see his wrist? Is it a person?
It is a person, yes.
Can I see his wrists, or are they covered?
He's in a full suit. A full combat suit.
I don't trust this. I don't think he's Starport Authority.
I would like to see some sort of ID.
Martin,
Yes.
hearing all this commotion and that, underworld knowledge, would I know a little bit about the law enforcement around here?
Underworld knowledge isn't really about law enforcement. It's more.
But
about
I know
law
the
work. So underworld law is about the shady side of life, not the what everyone else does.
But for all we know, this is a shady guy dressed up in a suit.
Could be, yes.
Well, Streetwise know this.
Could be.
Oh,
Or
that's
it
true.
could.
Streetwise would give you
Or
more
it could be.
information, yes.
yeah,
actual-
streetwise, I've got that too.
You could do a streetwise, yes.
Yeah.
Do I streetwise?
I got streetwise too. But
I don't.
And so, what is your streetwise?
I've got
Ross,
presents.
if you're doing a streetwise check.
I've got one yellow, one green.
Okay, difficulty here I'd say would be 2 purple.
After Bex and Mark have done their things, can I try and use my presents?
You can reroll
to
it.
influence them?
You can. So what do we end up there
So
with?
it's single threat.
Single threat. Okay.
I've got a migraine.
From your thing, you do gain a strain. You don't actually pick up any knowledge of whether this would be underworld or not. It'd be pretty. You think it would be highly unusual for underworld to be walking around a starport in armor like this. And you've seen other security walking around in armor like this around the starport.
Okay. I
Put that somewhere behind you so when you're related.
I say seems my other team members are taking their time. Thank you for helping with this. I will get them for you.
So-
Mark, can I use my presents and see if I can...
What would you like to do with your present?
Just to see if I can charm the person into talking to us a little bit more and being a bit more open with us. If that's, just to see if I can get some info.
pipe of flirting.
Can someone put together the dough that I asked for that?
I don't know if I'm going to be
The
good.
dough. Well, let's get out our money. And,
That might help.
So, Martin, I'm going to get dressed. I'm not going to be having any weapons on me.
Yep.
Just having standard clothes
Yeah, and I go
and my identification, and I'll walk up to the door.
and I go get Katia and tell her to have your money put away.
Yeah. Hide the money in the droid.
You might be taking her questioning.
that's actually not a bad idea.
Hide the money in the droid.
I'm going to ask if I can put the money in the droid's secret compartment.
Which
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yep. Yes, he had no problems with you putting it in his secret compartment.
Too late now. Oh, well.
Wait, no! Don't touch me there!
that was my notice square.
Hey, I haven't heard that.
We need to talk about consent!
Look, just while they're here, okay? We'll take it out afterwards.
Just show the officer where the naughty woman touched you.
Anything you put in me is mine!
Yeah, you might want to be careful about that. Maybe hide it in your own secret compartment.
I don't think we have any.
Oh, that's not a good
You
idea.
can take
I believe we call it a prison wallet.
I'm not putting it up there.
That's
Well, then why are you
the way
putting
I've
it in
actually
me?
your own secret compartment.
Yeah.
I was trying to be more delicate about it, but
I've got a presence of 2, but I've got perception of 2. That helps me. I'm not sure.
So
So
what dice
what?
would that be?
Which one?
Oh,
So,
fine,
I'm
I'll
trying to
take
tell him that
it.
It will probably be 2 purple, 2 red against your presence.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if I was cool.
And or who else? Who's helping you?
Oh, I'm flirting at the front of that.
So presents. Who has the highest present?
I have 3.
Me. But I'm not flirting with the officer.
It would be 3 green, yes.
Okay.
So she was trying to do it herself.
Well, I was gonna do it with Mark. I'm happy to do it with
Well,
Mark.
at the time,
yeah,
something
no.
else.
Okay.
That is not good.
It's bad.
It's not good. That's
Despair.
It's just like
that
my day.
is a
Cancels.
failure, despair.
Oh god.
So it's
One-
1, 2,
one
3
advantage.
failures.
Despair, that
2
sounds like
failures,
life.
a despair, and a advantage.
okay. So you regain a strain, but you haven't really you sort of regained them overnight anyway.
Yeah.
But he doesn't seem to respond to you, and
Does anyone else want to have a go?
he seems to be gesturing to other people nearby while reaching for
Is
a
there a
weapon.
back door?
Reaching
Is there a back door?
That's a good question.
Mananel comes out with a
Yeah.
robe
There are
after hearing of a commotion.
there is another exit out the back.
I would suggest that Kadkia and Khalid go out the back door while we take the brunt
I'm
of...
gonna guess this is a stealth test.
You're gonna try to sneak out the back.
I'm leaving this up to Kaki and Khalid. That's not what I would do.
And
but
what's
that's
fun?
you guys.
What
So
would
what's
you do?
what's fun you're doing while they're doing that?
Okay, she comes up and she goes, "Officer,
So you step out the front door about 5 meters to speak to the officer.
yeah,
Okay, because he's currently pulling a weapon while you're stepping out towards him.
oh, okay, I have my hands raised as saying, oh, I'm not a threat to you."
You're currently approaching him while he's perceiving a threat.
Oh,
Sorry.
Go ahead.
How can I help you? Sorry, I just come out of the refresher. You're after one of the team, correct?
He's busily talking on something inside his helmet, so he's not actually communicating with you while he is pointing a blaster in your direction.
Oh, okay.
Varna, perhaps say, I think I can help you. Could you show me the photos?
Can you show me who you are after, please?
He doesn't seem to be paying any attention to you at this stage except to point a gun in your direction.
Okay. I'll then turn and say to my fellows, who is this Starport officer looking for?
I say Kadkia and Khalid.
And now it's Stefan's go. You're going to sneak out the back?
Oh, I'll give it a go. With my terrible, terrible agility.
Yeah, they're home.
Do I get any bonuses because they're talking to the officer?
Not particularly, because he's not the only one there.
Yeah. You do realise that's not going to work because they will have the back exit covered.
Probably.
Yeah, probably, actually.
Maybe we should just present them and...
Well,
So-
you still get to go ahead with your action because you're not discussing this with anyone at the moment, and you have decided what you're going to do.
Have you decided what you're going to do?
I have, but I was also thinking of putting like 100 credits on my, like in between my ID as well, just in case.
A bribe?
Yeah.
Do you think that would work?
With some it does, with others it's a further crime.
Okay.
Depends on how law-abiding they are.
Yep.
So he wants the corrupt, not the law-abiding, to take you in. Yeah, seize the money.
I thought I'd say,
Wait a minute.
God, I hope they're corrupt.
Alright, so I'm taking 100 credits from that thing, and then I'll try and sneak at the back terribly.
So you're up against 3 red and a purple.
Holy shit! What are these guys, like super bots?
No, because he's probably got a whole stack at the back door waiting for him.
Squad.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
I know this is just coming. I had a feeling just that.
Open the door. This isn't the bathroom.
At the side of the gun, I just retreat to the back into the place, and I just take a seat and just wait for whatever's going to happen
Yeah,
to happen.
because the seat at the front, I'll just sit down too. So
I
do
don't-
it nicely.
I don't see that.
Alright.
I will back off, non-threatening, out of his vicinity.
Oh,
It's not that bad.
it's actually just a threat. It's a flat nothing except a threat.
Okay, so you don't succeed in your stealth.
Yeah.
You open the door, you see that there is 6 troopers with weapons.
Okay,
pointed
back
at
again.
you. Not stormtroopers, but basically Starport security. And
So
full
it's-
riot gear.
Okay.
So has Stefan been gunned down yet?
Nope.
And they're all pointing weapons at you.
Hi.
And they're saying, halt. Don't go anywhere.
Multipass?
So, what's Katya up to do?
Kadkia.
Katya.
I guess I'll raise my hands with my ID in hand.
Okay. One of them approaches you and handcuffs you.
Okay.
What's he doing for that? No.
You're not gonna check my ID?
And you can hear him saying, apprehended one of the suspects, sir.
Okay. So you've got the standoff with the Mandalorian in a bathrobe and the security guard, is it?
Okay.
Two Mandalorians.
Varna, since you're up front, maybe we should just find out where they're going to take them so that we can turn up and hopefully assist.
So
Yeah,
I'll step out and try to calm the security guard that's currently pointing a gun and saying we don't need any violence here.
So as you step out, are you stepping out the front or the back?
The front with hands up, saying we don't need to have this escalated any further.
He gestures you to the side and says, stand over there.
Yes.
And he pulls out some cuffs and puts them on you.
They pink.
No, they're probably not for his recreation. Well, they could be for his recreational, but they're probably not pink.
Parker has to say something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you use those on the weekends?
Easiest way to defeat
And then head turns to you and says, you're lucky you weren't implicated in the assault.
Just trying to get an idea, you, and just saying in a way that I'm trying to be as flirty but pretty bad. So.
Yeah, apparently you didn't succeed very well.
I know, I didn't expect to. Despite that.
As you see a security vehicle rock up with cages on the side.
Oh god, yep.
Yep.
Cute.
Can you tell us where we'll be able to find them?
He says, check your information center, he says.
Okay, will do. Thank you. And I apologise for any
It's not to inform citizens of where to do stuff.
We're family members. So we would have a right to know where they're going, wouldn't we? Nope.
He turns to you and says, it's not my job to inform citizens of rules or details. It's his job to apprehend people.
He's a public servant.
So an asshole?
I wouldn't say public servants are assholes.
Okay.
They're just doing their job.
And you see it go around to the back of your place and load up Stefan. Stefan versus Ross is already loaded up onto the side.
And I go to Dr. Chuckles again. Good times of gambling, you know that, Dr. Chuckles.
And then about a minute or so after they're loaded, the troopers get on the vehicle and it just takes off.
I guess we gotta figure out where they're going.
Yeah, I think we should.
I'll check the terminal.
And I had so many things I was trying to say before, and I couldn't say it.
And what was that?
Oh, when the handcuffs came out, they wanted to be like, "Wow, master, they're like they're like the ones in your bedroom." And then when the cages came out, he was going to say, "Wow, master, it's like the ones in your bedroom."
I do a bit of shh.
Anyway, carry on.
No,
Okay.
Nicely done, David.
So,
It helped. That's my input for the night.
looking at the terminals, it seems that they do have law courts at their main city hall,
Okay.
where they basically prosecute any sort of crime they have.
This is the third or fourth different game I've been arrested. Can't remember.
I'm about to say this, but I didn't want to turn out loud.
I really would like to point out it's not a goal to be arrested.
It's a
Oh,
lifestyle.
so you give out awards for how many interesting ways you can get arrested?
Hey, he did have one character incarcerated for a year in one of my D&D games.
I'm not even going to ask what happened.
Don't
He was a rogue. He converted to clericism.
So every
Is that
day
like
of
the porn
incarceration,
games in the American
he
times?
had preached to him the ideals of his incarcerator, which was one of the high priests of the god of the region.
Your brother's a
So
born
if I ever
or
bring him back in, he's
was
going to be
in prison
excited.
and now he's a very Christian.
It's one of the easiest ways to get out of prison in America.
Okay, so if you found out that you got to go to City Hall,
Okay.
What's the name of the planet we're on again?
We're on
Elrood.
Elrood?
Is there?
ELROOD.
I look a bit more presentable. Is there a place on
Yep.
the way through I can
Snap.
find something where presentable? Just to.
There is. You can splurge more money on clothing.
Don't you have clothing in the?
I lost my spacesuit at the start, so I'm really short of clothing at the moment. So.
I lend
You
you
have
some
more
of mine,
clothing than space.
so that you don't have to spend any money.
Piper didn't buy much more.
Yeah,
I was very poor actually, so.
I will lend you some of my clothing.
Okay, I want to look a little bit more presentable. Cause
What sort of style do you like?
I just want to look a little bit more, not formal, but just look very.
Can't wear the same dress every night.
Yeah, I can't wear much either PJs.
Do you want like I tend to wear like military pants because they got lots of pockets and
I want more. I'm looking more.
Would you want something girly out of my girly drawer?
more girly and I
Okay.
look like I'm
Put
not.
together.
What's
Yeah,
your
together,
favourite
yeah.
colour?
Turning up to, court in a nightgown is a good thing,
Hey,
right?
hey,
Night court.
hey. That's for.
As long as Brent Spiner's not there.
Favourite colour?
Blue.
Okay, I'll give you a blue alternate dress.
Okay. Not so presentable, but I'm preparing to
And
be
some shoes.
prepared to be a witness if they ask. If it
Yes,
comes up.
same here.
What
I
sector
kind
are
of
we in
make
again?
an effort.
What was that?
What sector are we in?
You're in the Elrood Sector.
Oh, right, so planet Elrood in the Elrood Sector.
In the Elrood system.
Oh, okay.
Elrood.
Okay. Okay.
It doesn't happen very often, but it does happen.
I
Like
do-
Mark, I make myself presentable.
I
as
do
a
ask
witness.
Varna if we're going to the court. I might need a taste of my flask because I might have to be smart and intelligent. So I just asked Varna nicely if I can have a swig of my flask.
Sure.
Okay. I'll
Present the flask.
Master, you're gonna need a lot more than that to look intelligent.
And he said he was done for the night.
He can't resist himself.
No, he can't.
No, I know David well enough.
Brilliant, though. Brilliant.
So, but before I go into the courtroom, I want to give it back to Varna and just make sure I feel a bit.
Okay, so it's about 4 hours walk,
Can we take public
or
transport?
you can take public transport for the cost of 5 credits each to get there.
Okay, I'm willing to do that.
4 hours walk. I think we better take public transport, otherwise we won't get there in time.
Public transport gets you there in about 10 minutes.
Do we beat them there?
No.
No.
They're gonna.
They have priority. Everything else stops to let them past,
Oh, okay.
including public transport. All security and emergency vehicles have right of way.
Kind of fair enough.
Usually, government vehicles don't have right of way. Okay, so you show up at the courthouse, and you find out that they have about 200 odd cases they're showing. They have about 10 different courtrooms, and it takes you a while to find whichever one they're
Khalid
in.
and Kadkia?
Are they being
I would
tried
say
together
I'm
or
very
separate?
impressed.
What was that?
I'm very impressed with how quickly they were able to get a turnaround on their case. Usually it takes approximately 24 to 48 hours. So this is a
Well,
pretty fast system.
well, looking at things there are no defense attorneys.
Really? No one can elect defense?
They're defending themselves.
Okay.
They're screwed.
And the prosecution is basically the police force.
Yeah, that's
Great.
usually how that goes.
That's what I was thinking.
Cool.
And so you see that these two are scheduled up in about 3 hours.
Yeah.
Is there any way we can find out more about what's going on?
You can. They have a information desk.
Okay. Front up to the information desk.
Okay, there is a droid saying, "How may I serve you today?"
I explain that I am trying to find out more information about Kadkia and Khalid, and
It asks for a reference.
I don't know how to do. How do I get a reference? Can I did I see one on the?
Yes, you do remember seeing that.
Okay. Well, I give them that reference
Okay.
then.
He starts looking up. He says, "Information coming shortly."
Okay.
And then it displays
4 hours later.
No, it displays a screen showing a whole bunch of files, and it's an interactive screen.
Okay. Can I download any of this information?
You can plug in a data chip and download it.
Okay.
As long as you've bought a data chip.
I do believe I've got data chips on me.
Not everyone does.
And I know Vana has a pad.
Yes.
So I give them one of my data chips and download the relevant information and then take it to Vana so that we can go over it in a corner.
Okay. You get a copy of the information.
Okay, and the
I
charge
deploy
is-
and go over and sit in a corner with Vana and the rest of the group and upload it to her pad and try and figure out what the hell's going on.
Okay, so it shows the alleyway and the 3 dead people in the alley. It shows a video of the people heading in and the people heading out, including the fact that one person in particular was holding a vibro knife.
Do they see my combat knife?
Well, you were holding a combat knife, not a vibro knife.
I'll just combat knife. I just have combat.
Though 2 people walked out carrying vibro knives.
No, fair call.
How? What?
Stefan, you were one of the people who walked out carrying a vibro knife.
Does
No, I didn't use mine. I swapped.
I believe Ross gave you one of the vibro knives.
Yeah, but then I said this is.
Yeah, you were holding one,
And
but then you
walked-
gave it back to
walked
me.
out with it. You walked out of the alleyway with it and gave it back to him. So
Oh, so
there are
give
2
back to him
people that
afterwards.
have
Okay.
killed, that they have on their list of suspects for the killing.
does
Right,
the video
okay.
have any pre-footage about him getting ranged up?
They had him going into the alleyway, the people following him in, and then you guys rushing in, and then the 2 walking out with the vibro knives highlighted on the video.
Do they see the interaction with him and the other people or not? So I've only seen half the story here.
And the crime is that is listed of is basically either murder, manslaughter, but leaving a scene of a crime without alerting authorities.
Okay.
It is the crux of it.
I think we need
So
to.
you panicked because you've never killed someone before and you didn't know what to do and you were so traumatized.
Did he kill them or did the other 2 kill them?
And
Wow,
and
what a bunch of amateurs.
and it does show of all the people who left the alleyway, only 2 people had vibro knives.
Yeah, so it's the evidence they have is there's 3 people dead with vibro knife wounds. There's 2 people leaving with vibro knives. As a group, we all left together essentially.
Yeah.
So they arrested the people with vibro knives, and they're the charges of manslaughter are
Or murder, depending on
could
the-
be argued, but the not reporting of a crime, that is a pretty solid charge.
Well, hopefully it's a fine, but hopefully we can argue we panicked
We need to just say that it was self-defense based on these people who are trying to attack Stefan on this character. So
and we were scared, so we ran away.
we need to really
well,
reach that point and saying that we're quite. And I said, I want to. The big thing we want to see, whether we see this other people in the alleyway there at the court hearings. I wonder if that's going to happen or not. So, because I think
Well, they have got interviews with the other people having been flagged previously, and their locations known.
Okay. They never interviewed us, which I know.
Because
Because
basically,
we didn't come to the thing. Yes, that's fair enough.
Can I return to the information desk and ask whether or not I can provide a witness statement or something like that for the upcoming thing?
it is unsure. It will contact the arresting officer.
Okay, alright. I wait patiently.
Who's there representing the other side?
It's
The arresting officer.
So none of the underworld are there.
The arresting officer is representing the state.
Yep.
And you're representing yourself.
Yeah, what about who's representing the other guys who got stabbed?
They don't care
Nobody,
about the
it's
other
the
guys because it's a crime and they're
The crime against the
representing
state.
the law and that the law's been broken.
Right.
It's-
So
it's
we
not-
get in trouble and they don't get in trouble.
It's not a civil disturbance. It's considered a crime. Whereas you could have reported that you had been mugged.
Well, we were going to do that this morning.
Yeah, we were actually.
So that's your defense.
Well, unfortunately, there were dead involved, so that got their attention first.
Fair enough.
And then they used the security footage and found people. And they basically tracked you back to your location after some time.
So yeah.
It's not like we're trying to hide.
It took them half the night to find you.
So unless we are able to provide witness statements and or stand in as counsel for them, they kind of have to relay that on their own.
Okay. So about an hour after you've requested it,
Use that.
a well-dressed man in business sort of suit with the same logo on his chest
Are you with me?
Yeah.
Good.
comes up to the counter.
I let you take over.
Yep.
Presuming that you've overheard me talking about providing
Oh yeah, no, I've been
witness
here the whole
statements
time.
and so on, because, maybe explain that we were involved or planning to come and report the mugging, that
Yeah.
these guys have kind of beat us to it. And
Yeah.
I leave it in Kayana's capable hands.
Okay, so we see.
And then you see the droid gesturing towards your group.
Okay.
This person.
So.
Did he just swear at us in droid?
Quite possibly.
Um,
But he wasn't gesturing towards you because you're currently incarcerated.
Oh, that's fine then.
Okay, so he comes over and says, I believe you have requested my attention.
I say, yes, 2 of our team have been taken on charges.
Arrested,
for,
apprehended.
I believe for an incident that occurred last night that we were
That
planning.
led to some deaths, yes.
That we were planning on coming to the authorities to bring to attention. So we would like to provide a witness statement for the incident.
Sure, you can do so at the hearing.
So we will be able to do so at the hearing.
He says, yes, I will expect the rest of the people who were involved in the incident to be at the hearing.
Yeah, we will all be there.
Okay.
He says, I will wait to hear what you say.
Okay, thank you,
Thank
sir.
you very much for your time.
Yeah.
Okay, so the rest of the time passes rather quickly. For the people who are incarcerated, you don't really get to see much except for you're standing in a room that is barely big enough to stand with. If you lean against the wall, you get a bit of a shock.
Really? Ouch. That's a bit rude.
Well, they don't really do the we treat you nicely if you're a murder suspect thing.
Okay, I'll just do the Mandalore meditation pose.
And as you can see, that there's a whole lot of rowdy people. This is the it doesn't do a lot of damage. It just shocks you.
Still rude.
Stick your tongue out. Dare you?
Yeah, try and knock myself out with my tongue.
If Piper was there, Piper would have done that. But,
Hey, at least that way, if I keep doing it, I'll have a good case for insanity.
and Dr. Chuckles would have had a comment about what Piper used to do in the past around that kind of stuff.
And then the 2 of you are taken into a courtroom and sat in a box awaiting the judge to preside over it. And as you come in, you can see the rest of your friends sitting in a public area.
The gallery.
As they got some form of media here as well.
Now, when we go to the courtroom, are the other party there? Good.
But they do have lots of
I was gonna say, wouldn't they hold us outside so we wouldn't?
No, we would be allowed in because we were still technically part of the public at this point. And they would only hold us if they were already charged and this was an ongoing trial. But since this is technically an arraignment hearing, this is them determining can they be charged in the first place. At least that's typically how most courts work. I don't know about space court.
It is technically how most courts work. Is they arrest them
Yeah.
and determine whether or not they actually need to be prosecuted.
Yeah.
Which is
And then somewhere in the distance there's, hello, good
And
evening, and welcome to Space Court.
And rarely do they actually have a
B1's
defense attorney
vocalizers
around.
make weird noises and stop playing the Law and Order thing.
Okay. So, at this point, you see the main officer who you saw come out and speak to you earlier stand up before the judge and say he believes that the two suspects he has apprehended were involved in an altercation that led to the death of these people. And you see some criminal pictures shown up of the side and face and lists of assault charges down the screen for each of the pictures they show.
Is he good looking, like after the helmet's off? Or?
He looks fairly good looking.
Okay.
Sandy blonde hair,
Yeah, what was your...
green eyes,
Anyway, but I go back to here.
nice darkish skin,
Okay.
glistens in the light of the courtroom.
So yes, he is.
So hair stands out quite nice.
Yeah, that's good.
Strong jaw,
Yeah, okay, I got your point now, man. Got your point.
well built.
Yeah, got your point. I'm not going to get any further, but I got your point.
But you some sort of who you
No,
are.
I kind of got that. I just thought, based on somebody else's comment, that, he's alright, and I'm going, yeah.
Okay, so and he started basically going through dry facts of a altercation occurred, and starts listing the crimes of the people who had died and previous assaults that they have done for each of the victims.
They're bad.
Interesting angle.
Basically, you think he's basically a by the book sort of person.
That's right.
And then he basically states that his belief that the only crime these people have committed in the realms of self-defense and leaving the scene of the crime, but the issue is that a life has been taken and it needs to be presented to the court in full fact.
That's right.
And all people who are believed to have taken a life are then arrested on that spot before any other form of law comes into the effect.
Honestly, doesn't sound that bad. Okay.
Okay. Then he says that if the judge wishes to have any further witnesses before wishing to proceed, the judge asks, does anyone else wish to bear witness?
I stand up and I say I would like to provide a witness statement for the incident. So I guess do I just stand there or do I approach the stand?
Or that they let you come up to up to the front where they have a microphone and lots of cameras.
Yep.
Nice podium.
Okay. Okay. So.
As you can see, that there's a nice profile picture of Kadika and Kedkia and Ross's character Khalid are both up there with currently no big list of crimes, but I'm sure they can work on it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, we can work on it.
But they do have their bounty hunter license up there.
Was there full video presented previous, in the court?
They didn't show any of the video related stuff, but they did go through all the evidence and showing the deaths, the fact that they're being killed by vibro weapons, and the fact that only 2 people were witnessed carrying vibro weapons from the scene.
Okay, yeah.
In their hands, mind you.
Alright, so I come to the court and I say, per the incident last night, if the court is able to watch the full video, you will see that one of my family members, named Kadkia, was followed into the alleyway by 6 other members and sent me and my family members a distress signal. We came to her aid to find them beating Katya, and so we took appropriate defense measures to stop them. During the fight,
I believe it's called Stand Your Ground.
yes, during the fight, I did not see when vibro knives were produced, but they were on each of the people present at the end, as seen by the court. According to what we know, we were to report the crime in the morning because it was late at night, and we were about to do so
We had injuries.
as we were all injured and frightened by the experience. And so we were planning on coming to the court right away, but of course, officers were at our doors in the morning.
Very efficient judicial system was on top of that.
And so we were able to, we were hoping to get our party members to come to the police, but of course, we are all very distressed by the whole situation and unsure about proper procedures within this planet. And so my behest to the court is to show mercy, for we tried to do what we could correctly, but the incident at hand was unfortunate, and we wish to do what is right by the court.
Okay. At which point the judge does pipe out with there's currently no evidence of you receiving any damage in the altercation, as the one of the accused was medically examined upon arraignment and had no visible injuries on them.
I would like to say that
Because you did heal up beforehand.
you did.
Yep.
We have a medical droid on our staff.
Which is why we
Wait,
get
is our
straight
droid with
home.
us?
Droid's with us, yeah.
Yeah, the droid's with us.
I do. If you look around and you point towards Dr. Chuckles' is next to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I point to our medical droid. Our medical droid was able to address our injuries. As I stated that we were very frightened and we were injured and we were heading back towards our place to have our medical issues looked at
By our medical
by our
droid.
medical droid.
All
Place.
medical files, all medical treatment is on file.
Okay, so they ask for your files, please.
The droid didn't treat.
Didn't the droid know who treated us?
It wasn't.
It wasn't the droid.
Stem-pack.
Stimpack.
The droid did not treat you.
Oh, hang on, up. It's Piper.
Yeah.
404 file not found. No. So B1 immediately creates some bullshit medical files that
So did your character have forgery?
that detail some minor injuries. All dated and signed, pretty much perfect. You notice that creep?
So how good is your droid's forgery? I don't think it's that good.
Weird, not the one he usually does.
I don't know.
I just realised after you said him going, yeah, I didn't, and I knew, I think if I was the judge, I'd probably say, I'd still like to see this kind of thing, confirm it. So, yeah. But, I'll let, I don't have his name, but we'll discuss it. So,
Okay, I don't think he. Happy that I actually have it here.
You talking about B1's skills?
Yeah.
Skullduggery.
Yeah, B1's got some techno wizardry from what I remember. I just can't look at it at the moment.
He does have, but he doesn't have the ability to create forgeries. Not very well.
As if it's forgeries. It's not as if it's using the comm chain that the Empire uses.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
just creating medical files. Like, all he's doing is filling out forms.
Yes, but it's the doing it on the spot thing that is the issue. And taking date stamps.
Wouldn't it just be a deception?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Oh, you don't want deception, guys. You don't want deception.
Okay.
I know,
you get,
because you're only on one.
One
Fair enough.
green dice versus 3 purple dice.
Oof.
This is his actual role.
Well, if he doesn't do deception, then
I did say he doesn't, but
yeah, no, we were still processing it.
Well, I think deception covers forgery and all that stuff.
if either he says he doesn't have a file or he shows a file that
Or
he has to
say
create
file,
on the
you-
bodgy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the thing is, he's basically bodging up a file to show them quickly.
Okay.
Okay, so do we roll?
Do you want us to
Yeah, go nuts.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, let's see what happens.
Disaster.
Did you want to use a yellow dice? Oh well, too late.
Bit like that. That's 2 failures.
Okay.
yellow dice?
So, he shows up and apparently they say, I'm sorry, but this file's not valid.
I do mean, I just my hand up.
Uh,
Mr. Judge, sir.
No, B1's gonna talk. B1's gonna talk.
Okay, you go.
Very simple.
I think the B1's going to have his restraint bolt turned on shortly.
Russ, give me a sec. Couldn't hear David. Go ahead.
B1's spew some bullshit about being an old and corrupted operating system. And his reporting systems may be flawed.
That's awesome.
Okay, so he says, who is your master?
I slowly put my hand up.
Okay,
Bill
you to the front of the court now.
Okay.
So now you provide the files. If he's your droid, you should be able to do so.
Honestly, his file taking is very bad. I'll be honest about this, Judge. So, what we did do when we got back, we did provide sim packs to our 2 members that were injured, which we probably should have recorded a bit more details. So, before we come to see you guys, so maybe it was
Probably be better if you report the injuries before dealing with them.
no understand.
It's easier to show a crime has occurred when you actually have injuries
As we do
instead
follow-
of dead bodies.
I do apologise. We should have come to you guys directly at the start. We didn't realise the whole process of this plan. So, my apologies. I say.
And next time when you have police show up at your door, they give more respect to people with bounty hunter licenses instead of media passes. if someone for media pass commits a
Oh, I
murder,
forgot
then
I got a bounty license.
Yeah.
And
if the media is involved in a murder, we will arrest you on the spot.
and I will promise to become addressed appropriately next time when they do answer the door. So.
And you get a response from the arresting officer. I found nothing wrong with your address.
Hey!
I'll give them on the way back. I'll give a wink.
You can always go for a phone.
No
number.
comment?
Never hurts to have star point.
Hey, I haven't
Port
finished.
connections.
Wait till you're cleared first. And I'm worried about you two. So
Sorry, those in the cage shouldn't talk.
yeah. No. I do go back to my thing like with a big grin on my face and sit down next to B1.
Okay. So the judge turns to the 2 in the cage and says, "You'll be let off with a warning for leaving the scene of a crime, because you have an Imperial bounty hunter peacekeeping license. You have a duty of care to report crimes that you have been involved in when they happen."
No, better for next time.
May I interject?
Yes.
Is there a particular comlink line where we can report immediate?
It says any security line, just contact the local security outlet.
I will take a mental note of that.
Be it Starport Security or City Security.
Yep.
I'm sure the Imperials would love to be involved themselves,
Sure they would.
considering they're the ones who issued your license.
Yeah.
But your license doesn't give you the right to break the law.
No.
And one of them turns to the guy turns to Pirate's character and says that includes drinking while driving.
I get all of them behind me and I say,
No. And I'm trying to think
See,
about.
I told you we would come up, didn't you?
You were seen drinking a flask at one point.
Outside.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I smiled and grinned at him.
I think
Just
the
as
judge
well you
for-
took the public transport.
Yes.
I thank the judge for his mercy and this learning opportunity.
And says at this stage, this will be this crime will be suspended unless further crimes have occurred.
Understood. Thank you, Judge.
So basically, it's given as a warning unless you commit further crimes that deem them to revisit that.
Oh, okay. Good behavior bond.
So,
Yeah, essentially that means that they haven't closed the case, so it can be used against Kakir and Khalid in the future.
And
If
potentially the
Deborah
rest of the
covered-
group for leaving the crime,
Exactly.
but particularly those ones for the loss of life.
Yep.
That's alright.
But it has been listed as self-defense at this stage.
Okay. When we know this is all sorted and done, I will walk up and see if I can organise some just to say thank you very much for your help during the situation and do a bit of flirting and all that kind of stuff. So,
Was the officer?
yeah, I have to.
Wink, wink.
Quick.
Quick,
How do
nudge,
I
nudge,
start this
know what I
all
mean?
off? Yeah. I'll just say thank you for your honest opinion on the whole situation. I just say
I'm just doing my job, ma'am, he says.
thank you very much. Have you got some time off in the near future?
Is this where you say we should do more than your job? Wink, wink.
I don't know. We'll just work on this.
Coffee.
It's just that depends what you have in mind. Hopefully
Do you
not
hold on
more
to those handcuffs out of uniform?
fisticuffs in the alleyways.
Oh no. I wouldn't mind. I'm new to the city. I wouldn't mind being escorted around by a local. Maybe we go out for dinner one night or something like that.
Possibly.
Possibly. Anyone I can get in contact you in the future?
I've got your details. I scanned you earlier.
Okay, we'll talk later. Yeah. Thank you. Thank
You
you.
were
guys.
scanned.
Don't forget the guy could be gay.
Is that where you drop something and then, solicitously bend over
you
to
pick
pick it
it
up?
Did you get his name?
No,
Yeah.
they don't give their names out in situations like that.
I know what it looks like. It's okay.
Do you know what he looks like?
Oh,
Just
yeah.
still wearing
That's
it?
what
We're in the element in the courtroom.
Oh, no.
I'm going Fabio. So.
You
Is
can't-
that where he winks at the mask going, where I come from, and then he gives us numbers?
So,
Officer Fabio.
I'll let you put that.
So I'm going to put that down as his name.
What's that?
Officer Fabio.
Yeah,
Officer Fabio.
yeah, I'm putting that down right in my notebook now. Thanks. Yeah.
Hard hits on Fabio.
I feel this is going to go backwards in some way, but I'm not sure yet. We'll see how we go. But anyway.
Okay.
Okay, cool. We'll walk out of the courtroom. I won't say anything till I get outside, and I'm just going. Now, none of all this stuff, okay? Let's get back to doing bounty hunting work. and I go to B1. I said, we need to work on your medical records situation next time. But
Okay. So you managed to make it out of the courtroom without any altercations, which is always good.
oh, that's a good start.
I look at Kakir and I say, so what did we learn from the situation?
Gambling is fine, but bring friends.
Yes.
Yes, you need your own chaperone.
Yes, that too.
And when Vala says chaperone, she also her head swivels to Piper.
Yes. Definitely needs a chaperone.
Me?
Yes. You.
I did think I did. And I just go, oh, can't I have... I'm just trying to...
It's because you're so valuable to us.
Sure. He's a trustworthy guy, isn't he? He seems a nice guy.
We don't know that yet, and we care about you more.
He had a chiseled jaw. Come on. he
We
was
don't
good.
want to take that risk with you.
He had a chiseled
Sorry.
jaw. That's good. Anyway. Okay, we'll see. He's still got to call me first. We don't know how it's going yet.
That's
okay?
true.
That's it. And we might be busy on bounty hunts, so you might have to wait. And
It's
I
true.
just say that in the middle head wobble. So I think should we go? check
Also,
on-
he could come in very valuable as well, due to having problems with local traffic being.
Sorry, Varner. I thought you meant something else there. So, okay, that's right. Yes, agree, 100%, 100%. Yeah. And, I think we should check if we've got any new bounties to do
Yeah.
Okay.
while we're in town.
Yep.
Okay, you wonder
How much time has passed now?
less than a day.
Did
Probably
they tell us,
about 16 hours have passed.
did they tell us to come back the next day?
They said they'll contact you when they had more bounties available.
I think actually, so it says here, that we need to come back in a day to get a lift out to the higher car, so it hasn't been a day yet for that. And I think he said actually a couple of days for the bounty thing, like it was...
Did we want to go out and celebrate in the most non-issue-y situation, based on that we've had a lot of things going in the last
Go
20
to another casino. What could go wrong?
Exactly. What a great way to celebrate.
I think we need to celebrate.
Yes, and they might chuck you out of one if they know
You
it.
don't go to the same one. You go to a different one.
Look, I'm going to be on best behaviour okay, for a little bit. Can't promise how long, but I'll try to be best behaviour for a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's at least one day before we can go back to the bounty hunters
I
office.
thought we deserved to have at least a drink together as a team, and
A drink, huh?
just
Not a meal, a drink.
A meal and drink. I said.
Okay.
I thought that came in both situations.
I don't know.
Isn't it like Spain? Isn't it like a country that we used to go to where you used to get a drink and you get a free meal with it too? I think it's Spain here. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Isn't that a space Burger King?
Yeah, I just thought we could find maybe just some place we can just sit down, relax, and work out our next plan of action till we get the next bounty, and also go pick up our high car.
We got to wait a day,
Yeah.
and then the commander's going to give us a lift out to the high car.
So I think we'll wait. We might have another. Just go out for dinner tonight, maybe. When head back to the thing and just.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
Try to keep a low profile for at least a day.
Yeah. So dinner.
Dinner, I think dinner.
Somewhere not too expensive.
Not expensive, just something where
Probably somewhere that has Happy Meals.
Kartika knows a really cheap place.
Kadkia knows a really cheap place.
Yeah, Kakio knows a really cheap place.
Does Kadkia know a really cheap place?
The casino?
You know the cantina where you made the money.
Yeah, exactly.
You really want to go back there?
No, not right now.
I think that's a bad idea if it's where the guys that followed you were.
Yeah, no, I think we should
Find
another...
somewhere local, but not just some nice local place where we can just get, just
a little mum and pup place, huh?
Yeah, I'm thinking a little mum and pup place,
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That sounds bad.
What, a mum and pup place?
Yeah. No,
Don't eat at a
puppets
place
are
called
happy and-
Mom's. Don't drink at a place called Pops, and never eat anything bigger than your head.
Sorry, what?
That sounds like no fun at all.
What's this? I didn't understand.
Don't eat at a place called Mom's. Don't drink at a place called Pops. And don't eat anything bigger than your head.
Where does that come from?
It's the same, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
From where though?
It's an English saying, isn't it? Yeah. I can't.
Possibly.
Yeah, possibility. Yeah. So.
But is there's nothing wrong with a mum with a pup and puppies and
Pop, P-O-P.
yeah, that's what I like. A pup.
If we see her out on the street, we just might.
This is a dog
Where
cafe?
we situated that.
Okay, so
Exactly.
you see a street vendor who's got some sort of food on a stick.
No,
No.
I'm looking for a local that's walking past. It looks reasonably dressed.
Yes.
Somebody and it's like, look, we're new to town. We're looking for some place that's nice to go to. That's
Okay, you find a place that says they have authentic koi on food.
No. I said, what could go wrong? I said to myself.
Everything, but let's go.
You do
Everything. It probably will be lots of credits.
I'm looking for some.
So stepping inside, it feels like you're back where the rest of your family is. It's got that same sort of smell, the spices, because you're on the Koi on Homeworld recently.
They have spices.
And
Yeah, spices.
And one of the few places you've actually seen a bunch of the coin warriors all around here in full armor against the Lord.
Coin warriors?
They are, yeah.
So think very much Klingon warriors.
Oh,
Yeah, very
right.
honor bound.
No, I think I feel more comfortable here than in other places I've been to. So
And a gruff person, a gruff Koyan in armor, asks you, what do you want? Not really polite, very abrupt.
What do you want?
we're just here for a nice meal and a drink or two.
He looks at you, what do you take me for?
Okay. Whatever.
You here for a meal and a drink?
Well, whatever you got that we can something to eat, something to drink.
take a seat over there. He points to a table and some chairs.
No problems, we'll do. So, we'll go over there and,
Yeah, there is no menu.
no menu? Okay.
A server comes out and just drops a plate in front of each of you.
What is it?
It's still moving.
Okay.
What we use this for, basically?
What is this?
What does it look like? What does it look? Yeah, what does it look like?
Imagine you've just watched someone feed a bunch of Klingons.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay.
We've
Father's gonna tuck in because she hadn't had much to eat today.
It's very nutritious, tasty, and has no problem getting down your throat on its own.
Yeah. We're used to this stuff. This is from our home world, so we're kind of like, yeah.
This
Just
is where your family is claimed as a new home.
No, I think we've had this food before, and while we do used to something better from the original kind of homeworld, but we're kind of okay. I feel so.
It's all fresh.
Yep.
And it's like,
It's the freshest food you've had since you've come to Elrood.
so what we're doing, so Dr. Chuckles, you with us? No. I'll talk to him about his how he went into how he don't want to get in that situation again. Yeah.
So you are looked after by the server who tops up your beverages. It's just some sort of fruit drink, not alcoholic at all.
I'm okay considering the session that a couple of us had at the actual base. I'm feeling quite content for a while, kind of thing. So while I felt I had to have a little sip before the call because I just, a bit of nervousness, but I thought I'm relaxed now that we've got everyone back in together.
Varna's gonna make a rhythmic banging on the table, and she'll just burst into song.
Okay, give me a performance roll. Presence.
While Varna starts off, because I'm a good friend of Varna's, I want to join in with the singing later.
Okay, it's going to be 2 green, but I'm going to use the force point to
Turn one yellow.
Yeah, make 1 yellow.
Don't make the check because you're trying to make everyone happy with you.
And I'm good at providing nothing because I've only got a thing of 2, so I don't think I provide anything at all.
Okay.
But I'm just doing it because it's my friend.
Negotiation.
I know Varna's a very good singer to me anyway. Whether it's a good singing or not, it's up to I think it's a good singing.
Okay. So.
What kind of presents do you have there? What kind of presents do you have there, D?
I've got just presents of 2.
2, so 2 green, 1 yellow.
No, that makes it 1 green, 1 yellow.
So 1 green, 1 yellow. Sorry.
Yep.
And she's basically the crowd doesn't. Okay, I'm going to say 3 purple, so it's a hard check to sway the crowd at the moment.
Pretty
Pretty tough crowd.
rough crowd.
That's okay.
But
That's a flat nothing.
nothing happens.
Okay, so apparently you don't impress the crowd, and silence goes in the whole room as you try to sing. You're mid-starting, you just come out with the worst sounds as everyone just stares and looks at you.
Okay.
You can see most of the people look as if you might have just insulted them.
But we haven't.
Oh,
And
you
you
trying to
realise you were just starting a tune that is only popular amongst some of the Coinites and is offensive to other Coinites.
Hey, Varna, we might let's hold off till we get back to our.
Are you trying to start a bar fight?
No, I'm not trying to start it. Look, I think I try to, and I kind of go, cut it to Varna kind of thing, do with it. I would say, like, okay, maybe not to this kind of crowd. I think they're not really appreciating our singing, Varna.
You do remember that any form of challenge of these people is generally violence.
Oh crap!
I think we should go, guys. I think we might have done our presence here. I'll go up and pay the tab.
Okay, they charge you 10 credits for all the food.
I'll pay for it all because I have a bit of money at the moment. So,
I was enjoying that.
you only get to about halfway through before you pack up and leave.
We get doggy bags.
Probably not.
probably not. But
Do you ask?
No.
Yeah. If you kind of say that, can we get doggy bags? I say, just take it with you, that kind of thing. And I'll go up and pay. And I said, thank you very much, and we'll try to leave right now. And,
Okay, they let you walk out.
yeah. And I go, okay. And I would have pocketed.
That could have gone better.
So I would have, let's go back, have a rest, guys, and then we might be able to go collect our vehicle tomorrow. And I look at you and go, let's leave the gambling for one night, can we, please? And I'll just look at
What?
just one night, please. Just one night. Just
Fine.
okay.
We'll go somewhere else tomorrow.
Yes. Okay. Wow.
Okay. So you return back to your accommodation. It's now up to 25% before it's asking for more attention.
Okay. I will keep up to date. I know it's going to be a while before we get finished this, but that's okay. It's a
Shame we
long-term
can't
plan.
write. Shame we can't write a program to say, let's. As soon as it comes up with, do you want to continue? Automatic
Heard
yes.
of this thing
Well, the
called-
thing it's highlights straight away is do you wish to stop processing? Is yes.
I've heard of this little thing they call it like a little swinging bird thing, where you can get
Yep.
it to automatically click things for you, but I don't think we've got the knowledge. I don't have knowledge of how it was made previously. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, especially from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Dink, dink,
Yeah.
dink.
And I'm thinking Homer Simpson. Yeah. But it was like,
Would you like to blow up the reactor? Sure. Dink, dink.
so I think we'll just be patient with this one. This is for my family, and I want to make sure we do it properly. I said, we got plenty of time to do things in between. When we come back to the places, no one's come through and looked for stuff at all. No interest?
No one's been through your stuff.
Cool. I'm just wondering, based on with people that don't like us in the city. But
Well, at this stage, only the airport security seem to know where you are.
okay. So that's okay. It's all good. And I'll look at my comms link if there are any messages for me.
Yes, you've got a missed message.
Does it say anything? Or-
Yes, it was someone contacting you, left a message saying, please call back, but the number is you've not seen before.
Male, female?
Well, it could be the guy.
We've got a roof, haven't we?
You basically have to climb up a few levels to get to the roof.
That's fine. I'll climb the roof and I'll let everybody else go to sleep. And if it's reasonably out-ish, I might return my call.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, from the roof you can see around the various ships coming in and landing and leaving the starport. This is one of the busiest starports in the area.
The star guys will flirt.
And I'm thinking to myself, going, reminded me of the Anyway, I'll go. Hello?
Okay, so the person on the other line is make sure I get the name right. Montco.
Okay.
That's the guy we just turned
Commander.
in.
Okay. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I was just following you up for a pickup to drop someone by their vehicle.
Yes, we can come first in the morning and we can go back out there. Does that go with you?
Well, I was gonna head out earlier, and apparently you were busy at the time. Your thing went to message box.
Yeah, let's just say we're learning some local customs. Is probably the best word for it. We can make sure we get there nice and early in the morning for you, if you like.
So I did have a Lieutenant Fabio give me a question about you in reference to a possible crime committed by your group.
It was a bit of miscommunication, I think, and we've just sorted out.
Or lack of communication, as the case may be.
Yeah, a bit of lack of communication, and we should be a bit more up forward with what we do. But we are getting better at that. We did thanks to the officer or Lieutenant Fabio. We did kind of
He prefers officer, but I still call him a lieutenant because it annoys him.
Yeah. Oh, really? That's interesting. Okay. But look, well, I can make sure we all get there in the morning to go pick up our vehicle out near your farm. So it's a farm, isn't it?
Well, it's his training. He's training.
Training camp, yeah. So
But they call it a farm because, well,
look, we'll make sure they're out the front first thing in the morning at the Brown Hunter place, and we can go from there if you like with them.
it's okay. I'll be back into town and pick you up at that point.
Oh, thank you very much. You feeling better? Just
A bit better. Still feeling crap after whatever it was that affected me.
yeah, that's right. Just make sure you're okay. So I'll let the gang know. So.
It's all good. And I will see you in front of the office at about 8 a.m.
Yep.
Is that not too early for you?
No problem.
Earlier if you wanted. I'm not there.
No problem. I'll go downstairs. Tell
We're
everyone.
military. We used to get number 5.
Yeah, I'll go downstairs. Let's get up early. We need to get to the office by 8 because we've got our transport's ready.
Yep.
Awesome. So, and also Lieutenant Fabio.
I think somebody's got us up a little bit of a crush.
So anyway, doesn't like
Does he get the panting hair flick?
No. I don't mention. I just think about it in my head. So
Does it look like Prince Charming with his hair just from Shrek?
Chisel, the whole schnozzle.
Do you remember the Shrek thing where the Prince Charming?
Yeah.
Oh,
This is exactly what I'm picturing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then turns around and Big Bad Wolf's in the bed.
Yeah.
One's lemon, one's raspberry.
Okay.
So yeah, no, I'm just gonna make sure. I'll just let everyone know before we go to bed and just say, hey, got a message.
Alarms are set.
Yeah.
Yep.
Preparations are made.
And then in the morning.
I still reckon we should go and get some heavy clothing.
We can do that once we get the car back, I think, and then we can go some shopping because we've still got to wait a day for our next bounty, I'd say. So we've got plenty of time tomorrow. How long did it take to get out there, Henry? How long did it?
Couple of hours, wasn't it? 2 or 3 hours.
vehicle.
Yeah, so,
No,
I think,
yeah, it wasn't.
so we'll have the rest of the day there, Ross, to do the shopping, I think, because
I thought we already had heavy gear. Like,
some-
I know I've
some
got
of us
heavy
do.
gear.
some of them, I only had left credits to spend.
Who doesn't have heavy gear?
Some people bought heavy armor instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So, how many of us don't have heavy gear? Like,
Heavy clothing.
one,
I don't have heavy clothing.
Harlan, so 2. I know
I've got it.
So,
I've got heavy clothing as the soak of one.
okay, so just 2 of us need heavy clothing.
Well, I can head out with Ross.
Khaled and pick
Khaled.
that up, yeah.
Yeah, but
depending
we'll do our transport thing. So.
Yeah, well, Kathy's got to come back with car car anyway because it's under her name.
Yeah. That's right.
But it might be worthwhile asking the commander about doing some sort of training there on a regular basis.
Yeah, we can do that one when we go down there. But he seemed to be in very good mood when I spoke to him. So anyway, we'll do a sleeping montage. Okay.
So you wake up,
I was
not
gonna
to
say,
bang
like,
for the first time in a
How
while.
do you sleep? And then, I'm like, no?
I'll be having a grin on my face all night, by the way.
Okay.
I might be having dreams.
How does Katya sleep?
With one eye open.
No, I see.
Well, you now have a stash.
The other eye's usually on the money.
Yeah. Both eyes open, both on the money. How do you know if Katya's asleep? You don't ever.
You just get this weird staring at you.
Yeah.
Actually, she's just painted her eyelids
Yeah, I was
the
gonna
same
say,
colour as
she's
her eyes.
tattooed her eyelids. So it looks like she's always awake and watching the money. Alright. Next morning?
So morning rocks around pretty quickly. Your alarms go off.
Yep.
Droid wakes up. Yeah, I'll let the droid.
I don't know how the droid wakes up actually.
Probably Linux
Does
startup.
he come up with like a one-liner for the morning?
Oh, I wouldn't know.
He plays.
He's very quiet this
some-
morning for some reason.
Well, he could start using the doctor from Voyager. What is the nature of your medical emergency?
Yeah.
Oh, he said that he doesn't like the hologram.
As long as he doesn't play a good morning song from Singing in the Rain, it's fine.
What's the good morning song?
It's good. I can't sing, but it's good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, that song.
Okay, that one. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like a type of cheerfulness that makes you want to punch someone.
Exactly.
He would, if I didn't like it, he would do it. So that's how I worked it out.
Most likely he'd be telling jokes about drinking too much.
Yeah.
Probably would do actually. Yeah.
As in a high-pitched voice as possible.
Yeah. Okay. Let's proceed to the office to meet our ride.
Is this?
I do check my thing in the morning just again.
Yeah. No message from Lieutenant Fabio.
Okay. I'm going to do that every morning and afternoon. So I'm there.
Eventually it will come.
If he doesn't contact you, he's not worth it.
But I'm still going to play hard to get.
Sure.
I think.
You do that.
Fair enough. Hard to get.
Hard to get,
Yeah,
but
I think
easy
so.
to arrest.
Yeah.
We'll see how we go. Anyway.
Hard to get. Why did he call? Hard to get. He hasn't called yet.
Yeah.
That's what he told us.
It's all a game.
Good old game, that's right.
Okay. So, yes, you take public transport in, or do you walk in?
How far to walk to the office?
It's about 3 to 4 hours to walk in.
Public transport.
Public transport.
If you could have gotten up, 3 to 4 hours early, then walked in,
Oh, okay.
and saved yourself
Credits.
5 credits each.
I don't mind. I think it's well.
You 5 credits.
Well, go credits.
Just calculating how much it's costing us.
I've so far paid for the meal last night, and I've also spent 10 credits on transport.
Yeah.
It's okay. We've got a gamble. I think it can't cover us.
Yeah. Hopefully.
The money I got was for family. It wasn't for
I know.
our spending.
It's okay. We'll get a bounty soon. We'll get some more money.
Yeah.
So we'll meet at the front office and nice and bright and early. A little bit earlier before he gets there, just to make sure
We
we're.
really need to find a place that's close to the bounty office so that we don't have to get public transport there.
Well, it'll cost more money, maybe.
Probably.
It costs more.
Yeah.
The cheapest accommodation is next to the staff room.
Yeah, we
alright, fair
got
enough.
the
Okay.
cheapest accommodation.
Look, it's good to keep our fitness level up.
And so, as you're waiting there, the speeder truck shows up.
Nice. We greet the person driving.
Yes, very good.
And it is Montreal himself.
Oh, okay. Well, greet him. And
You see that there are a couple of the farm hands from the neighbouring farm also on board.
ask after his health.
Says his health is doing a bit better, thank you.
And had he cleared up all the kerfuffle that led to the kerfuffle?
Some of it.
Does he need any help with the kerfuffle?
Possibly.
Okay, let us know. If we can be of assistance.
You may discuss that with you on the way.
Sure.
So who's travelling with you?
I'm going.
I need to pick up the car.
He's okay,
So
go.
Yeah.
I'm happy to go if those guys want to go out there. I'm happy to go with Ross.
Carla to do
Carla to
shopping.
the shop.
Yep.
We need to get some,
Yeah.
gear. So we're happy for you guys if you guys want to hit up.
Yeah.
I'll go with them who are going shopping, I think.
So are you going shopping?
Carla's going shopping.
Yeah, 3 of us go shopping then. Yeah.
I'll go with these guys.
Okay, so you guys head off shopping while you see the vehicle take off.
So
What sort of shopping are you looking for?
well, we're looking for the heavy clothing because I've only got 60 gear and really trash gear, so I need to get in between. So
I gave
That's
you
what I
some
like to call my
my
non-working
clothes.
clothes.
But yeah, I don't have
Yeah.
extra heavy gear.
yeah, so I thought
Normal
yeah.
clothes.
So I'm going to maybe just talk to the locals and see if we can find a reasonably priced. We're not looking for a super duper expensive, but reasonably priced place around the place that we can.
So, are you looking for guild clothing or just?
So IS and bounty hunting kind of clothing, or
Well, the guild itself has their own brand of clothing.
out
Is it
each
expensive?
You might get a discount because you are technically guild members.
Yeah, we'll still try to
But
we'll We'll try the guild thing, and if not, we'll go the other way.
Yeah.
Okay, because you're at the guild.
Yeah.
Okay, so they look you up and down and go, oh, so where's your captain?
Wait, no, wasn't she? No.
Yo,
Vaughn is with them, and she's vice captain.
she's vice captain.
Oh, so I'm the captain of Vice.
Well, I've got our vice captain here today to help us out.
Well, technically you're captain, but they don't recognise you as captain, but they recognise you as vice captain, so that has to do.
Be captain, vice captain, or captain? Something like that. Unless it's far as I go.
Co-captain?
Oh, I'm going to leave that go. But I say he's our Varner, our vice captain. We're looking to get some heavy clothing kind of thing to help us with future bounties kind of thing.
Sure. Previously used?
We'd like to see both, see what the price difference. We said
Well, the practices of the previously used is generally not full price, so we generally give it to it at a discount. So we're happy to sell that stuff for about 40 credits each.
But you got to wash the bloodstains out first.
That wouldn't bother me.
No, look, I think,
Hydrogen peroxide.
Yeah.
look, I think we'll look at that. Just a matter of interest, how much is the brand new set kind of thing cost?
Well, the brand new set we have for with and without guild colours.
I'll probably get with guild colours.
Guild colours generally, as you're still trainees, would have the trainee on there.
I don't know that you want to advertise your training.
No, I don't think I would do that. So, but I'm still getting the price, and I'll just say.
But for prices with the trainee on there would save you back about 60 credits.
No, I think we'll go with the used ones at the moment. Appreciate the offer, but I think we'll go with it. So, I'll just find one that fits myself. And,
Okay.
And also let Ross find something that fits him if he wants. Let him know. I don't really want to wear
They do have patches on them. One over the back and one over the chest.
Weird gunshots.
That's fine with me. That's okay. I'll look at that. So was it heavy clothing, isn't it? Yeah.
Do you comment that you can live with that?
Yeah, I could. I reckon.
The seller goes, well, I'm glad you can. The previous owner couldn't.
I was waiting for that.
I know, right?
Because you're like, you say that out loud, I'm like, Martin's got a one-liner, he wants to get off.
I know. But I said, look, hey, it's as long as you do the job, it doesn't fuss me what we wear. So
It says, well, it's clothing.
Loads of clothing. So,
Okay. How much for new stuff?
New stuff with the for them was they were selling for 60.
Yeah, but
And
that also
actually
had.
has the trainee written across the back of it.
yeah, that's why I didn't want to get it.
Like low-key variant.
Very much so like Loki variant.
So I'm just going with the one which doesn't have training on it for obvious reasons, Ross. So
It also doesn't have the guild logo on it.
that's okay as long as I'm just looking for some.
Yeah, I'll go for a second-hand one. With, yeah.
40 gold for that one, Ross. So, 30 credits, sorry, not gold. Keep thinking.
I'm sure in Star Trek they go gold press platinum.
So I'll hand over my 40 credits.
Yep.
And I'll check record all that and what I've got left.
And they hand over some nice heavy clothing. Even being laundered.
Oh, okay. That's cool. And I'm like on the comms link saying, how you guys going out there?
And they're basically still going down the street.
Oh, okay. Oh, what's that quick we did it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were longer than that.
Well, you walked into the guild office and basically talked to them.
Yeah, remember, you were right outside.
Oh, I kept getting there.
Yeah.
This is where they picked you up. I picked up the others.
We'll meet you back at the guild office when you're finished, or find something across the road or something like that.
There is a bar.
There is a bar, but I'm going to drink.
And they do have one of those recruitment posters out the front.
No. I'm drinking, just non-alcoholic, and I'm just going to sit there. I'm just having water or anything like that. Like very simple kind of stuff. So.
You walk into the bar and say, just water?
No, I'll let the others say that. I'm just going to be here. We're not going to approach the bar.
So, Martin, was there only one second-hand clothes, or the second-hand?
Oh, no, they had multiple sets of second-hand clothing. They do have many hunters who wash out.
So, I'll let you pick whatever you think is appropriate.
Yeah, I'll pick a second-hand one that doesn't look too battered up or bloody.
They all look battered up. They don't look bloody because they've all been cleaned.
They just look patched up.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go for one that doesn't look too homeless.
None of them look homeless. They all look as if they're being expertly patched.
Okay, fair enough. That's fine then.
Just that
Yeah.
they all show failures of some sort.
Yep.
That's fine with me. I can live that for the time being.
Okay, I'm after a pistol that will shoot.
Guns are
Um,
banned. You have to be
It's-
law enforcement to have a gun.
It's a medical thing
Okay.
which will fire anesthetic.
Tranquilizer gun.
darts. Yeah, Frank
And
gun.
the guy says it's still considered a firearm on this planet.
Can I ask you how much Simpacts cost while we're there?
He doesn't deal in drugs.
Could I?
Oh, I thought you said Semtex.
No. If I was after medical supplies, like just to help us.
Says, I'm sure you can get some from the local grocery or pharmacy.
Well, I might do that while we're waiting. I don't know enough about what equipment you can get in Star Wars to actually know what everything else you can get. And I'm looking going, well, I might get a couple Simpacts if they're not too expensive.
Okay, so
I'm just thinking of future situations. Considering I seem to fall unconscious a lot. So.
using the overpaid earlier, and then I can look it up very easily what sort of stuff you can get. So, stuff that you can find without looking too hard are backpack binders, brass knuckles, gambling cubes, a handheld comlink, a kit to file the front sight of your gun, a glow rod, heavy clothing, ration pack, restraining bolt, utility belt, or a weapon sling. Everything beyond that becomes more difficult. And you gotta go find specialist stores for those things.
Okay, because what I've got already, I've got a backpack, 2 binders, ration pack, scanning goggles, bowlish combat knife, glow rod, a slug throw pistol, 2 wine bottles I still have, which I've kept back at the thing, a formal blue dress. That's about it. So I'm looking for Simpacts in particular. So if I have to go searching, because I know it's going to take a while for the other guys to come back. So, but I'm happy to continue.
I've got 8 left.
Oh no, I just wanted more for not just you to have it there, Ivana, because I just said, what if you fall down and we can't get to you, and what if I can help somebody out?
Or if Ivana's not there at the time.
And I said, what if something happens to Ivana, even though it shouldn't happen? What if something happens to Ivana? I said,
Okay.
so I'm just being safe, and I said, well, you know what Dr. Chuckles got used to do with it to me when I was young, when I was injured? It wasn't very nice, so I think I'd rather try it myself if I have to, just in case. Is Dr. Chuckles behind me at the time?
Yeah.
Sorry, Dr. Chuckles. But yeah, but I'm just
Chuckles is just staring at you as usual.
I know, it's okay. So I'm just looking for so in case somebody goes down, we can't get to them. Their Simpacts. I'm just if I have a couple, I might be able to go save somebody if I have to. So.
Okay.
But I'll let you do the other guys first if you want.
Okay, so Stimpack generally requires a specialist outlet,
So I'll let we'll do
which
it.
is a store that will sell medical. Okay, so you're traveling in the car. Apparently, the other two are busy looking at scenery.
They're ooh pretty.
While one girl is talking with you.
Yep.
He's asking you if you are interested in any sort of work or training.
I tell him that we are interested
Sorry.
in
Didn't even hear
additional training if
you.
available.
Sneak quickly. Yeah, you snuck her. You scared the crap out of me.
Well, at least we know that you won't have any problems going to the bathroom.
Yeah, I tell him if there is additional training that we could do, I believe that our team could use it.
Because he has been in contact with the guild that you're at, and they currently believe you guys need more training.
I agree with it.
Having seen your current performances.
What do you reckon? Theoretical clan colours.
For you or for all of us?
I don't know. Whatever clan Octo.
Each family can in a clan can have their own colors.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I say I do believe that our team could use more training at this point. If he is willing to take us on.
And what sort of deal are you willing to make for the training? Because normally it costs people a lot of money for this sort of training.
We're happy to do work for him in return for training.
You're there, Stefan.
I am. I'm not going to say it. This is a player thought, not a character thought.
Don't go the way I think you're going.
Well, we should get the training because we didn't kill you and then hand you in.
Oh, I thought it would be worse than that.
I couldn't because that wasn't.
I asked
No, it
whether or not he'd be interested in like a work type, like we do work for him in return for training.
He might be able to work on something like that, but
I explained that we don't have great finances, we're still establishing ourselves, but we are hard workers and we're willing to do that. And Piper has excellent what's the word, accreditation for wine tasting and things like that, so you could always use her for marketing local products and things like that, because you know she has great reputation there, and you know we've got skills, just not battle skills.
not battle skills.
You know what word I'm talking about? It's
Yeah.
some fancy French word.
So I've got like training in handling animals and things like that, so that'd be useful to
No, there's a
Sommelier.
that one.
you know, just standard work. I sound probably too enthusiastic, but what meaning?
Yep.
This one knows how to talk to the wall.
Yes, he saw the performance. And your lieutenant spoke highly of your eloquence in court.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. I try my best.
So he is looking for some people who might be able to do some work for him. But first they have to be able to prove that they can do the job.
What do we need to do?
Pass your training course.
Oh,
But he is willing to pay for you to do so if you succeed, you sign up for his course. If you have to work for him.
Yep.
If you fail, then he'll go, well, at least you tried.
okay.
I tell him this is a very generous offer that I believe all of us would be extremely excited for the chance to train with the great skill that you are able to show us.
We should probably make sure that the rest of our party are on the same page as us. We can't just presume their agreement, but we're fairly constant. Yeah, comment like. Can
Hey,
you give me a
guys,
couple
yeah?
of minutes to Varna?
Yeah, being content.
So I Varna and relay the mod girl's offer, and tell them that you guys, I'm presuming you two are interested.
Training
so I let them know that we are certainly interested. We just wanted to make sure whether or not they'd also be interested before we committed the whole family.
Yeah, that's cool. You have Piper in the background.
So yes from Piper. What about Khalid?
Yeah, I'll be interested in training.
Varna?
Well, if the majority say yes, then I can't argue with everybody.
Yep.
So it's a yes.
Okay, so I get back to Montclair and say, our team would most definitely be interested.
It's okay. Well, show up in 2 or 3 days, and he has arranged a deal with. He'll arrange a deal with your guild, so they won't try to assign any contracts until you finish your training.
Okay, alright, fair enough. So, turn up at his doorstep in 2 or 3 days. I'd
Make
rather
it 3 days.
make it 3 days. So yeah, we'll be back there in 3 days.
At which point he drops you off at your vehicle.
Yay! How's the vehicle?
Still in one piece.
Yay!
Unscratched.
Wow.
Excellent.
Not up on bricks or anything.
That does have
I was gonna say, does that
a,
have anything to do with the fact that there's a marksman within the vicinity?
quite possibly, and the fact that there's 2 clone troopers there with weapons.
Oh, okay. Clone
In the
troopers.
car?
Standing beside the car.
Okay, alright.
You
Hi.
can actually see them in full battle armor.
Why are
Hi.
they there?
They sort of look in your direction.
Hey.
Oh, these might be the guys from the local tavern place down the road.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Say hi.
They just go back to scanning the area.
Okay. Do we get in the car?
You get in the car.
They don't
It
care.
depends. You still have the keys.
Yeah, I saw the keys.
They don't care. Bye.
Do they appear to be scanning Markle's property or the surrounding area?
They seem to be watching the whole area.
Yep.
We don't have comlink with Montclair, do we?
You do now because
Oh, okay.
he called the pipe bomb.
Okay, well, like, once we're in the car and we're private, I kind of, like, I don't know if he knows they're there or not, but I don't know they're there,
He
just in case.
just dropped you off next to.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, so he just saw
Okay,
it.
alright, well then I don't do that then. Sorry. Yeah, I know, pain brain.
What do you talk to?
Alright, well,
No.
are we still renting the car for longer then? Because of this 3 days thing? Or what are we
Well,
doing?
I'm guessing we would try and maybe hitchhike out there or something,
Yeah.
because we don't know how long we're going to be there.
So I reckon we return the car.
Yeah. Find another way out, maybe see if Lieutenant Fabio is prepared to give us a lift, depending on how Piper's relationship goes.
Nothing yet.
Or we might see if we can get a
Yeah,
taxi or something, you know, an Uber.
I'll go in a shopping montage, I think. So while the guys are doing that, I'm looking for this.
Which 2000s pop song is playing in the background? That's a good question.
I'm thinking something from Breakfast Club.
Look sexy in the skirt. Look sexy in the skirt. Look sexy and I know it hurts.
Okay, as we're still shopping, I believe I'd like to see if I can get some synthetic standard anesthetic.
Okay, so. Wanted to get some synthetic.
That might have actually been
anesthetic.
90s rather than 2000s.
Yeah. Should be on page 172.
No idea.
I'm just looking at it now.
I just know I'm old. Probably.
Yeah.
Because
It is weird
not easy to
transitioning
get
from
much
songs that
specific.
your parents listen to that are older than you
Uh-huh.
to songs that some of your friends listen to that are younger than them.
Yeah.
You know, like,
It's actually doing the
Oh,
proper
that's the
rules
worst
for
thing
finding
was,
stuff.
I was listening to the like oldies hits radio,
I'm really going to use my street.
and I
pass.
heard a song from 2005 on there. I'm just like, why is this on here? I'm so
Okay,
sick.
so
technically it's 50
you guys are making so you're making a streetwise check to find it.
Yeah, I'll use street. I would street wise too, unless Ross and Dee have got something
Yeah.
better for that.
I have one in Streetwise, and 2 green.
It's better than mine.
Yeah, so I've got 2 presents and 2 street wise. Yeah. I should presents is the one you're after.
So
It's cunning.
Cunning, is it? I've got 2 cunning too. So, yeah. That's a little bit high.
So you've got 3 cunning. Is that what you're saying, D?
I have 1 green. Sorry, 2 green, 1 yellow.
So 3 cunning all up.
Yeah.
Just checking. Okay, so she's up against 3 purple.
What's she trying to do, by the way?
And I would like to use a force point, if I may.
Sure. And I'm not using
So
my
that'll-
turn at this stage, so I'm actually getting quite a few.
Okay.
There's 1 success, 2 threats. Is that right?
Let's have a look. It cancels that. Yep, 1 success, 2 threat.
1 success and
Sector
2
right.
threats. On a check for that. See if there's anything special I can do specifically for that. Where is the streetwise?
Very pretty.
Okay, so you end up finding what you wanted, but it does take you way out of town.
Okay.
Way out of town.
Yeah, and many hours.
Yeah, because these guys want a couple hours to go out there, I'm not sure yet. So if they got the car and they call us up and saying, "Oh, we'll be back soon, just bear with us."
So yes, you do find a place that sells synthetic anesthetic.
I shouldn't have enough stim packs there too.
This one here does have stim packs, yes.
Yeah, so I'll be looking for that for myself. I'll let Rana do her shopping first.
Okay, so how many stim packs would you want to buy?
I just want to buy 2. Just
Okay, they are selling you stim packs at 45 credits each.
Whoa.
Do not like the price. We only take credit.
I might just get 1 for that because I don't.
Only a Republic. We don't take Republic
Get 1
credits.
for that.
Okay. So yes, and you find the cost of the synthetic anesthetic is 45 credits
Okay.
for 1 dose.
1 dose. Is that all they've got?
Do you want to buy more than 1 dose?
Yeah.
How many doses do you want to buy?
3 if I can.
Okay. They give you 3 little vials, but they do ask a lot of details from you, such as what's your purpose for the anesthetic.
I show them my bounty hunter license.
And they basically get you to fill out lots of forms.
Yep.
It's the equivalent of asking for too much medication.
Yeah, I'm happy with 1.
While stim packs are different to something that most people
Yeah,
have.
that's what just in case we need to.
So yes, you have 3 doses of anesthetic, and they were 45 credits each. So did you actually have on hand that much?
I have. Where am I? I've got 103 credits on me, so there's probably going to be 2 lots buying.
Because it was going to set you back 90 just for 2.
Yeah.
Credits, I don't have to credits total at the start of it. Twice.
So you know, when you were asking the question, that they would be then basically saying, well, you don't have enough credits to buy the 3 items. You need to ask for.
No, I had 1. I had enough for just 1, so that's why I used 1.
So you end up walking out with just 2 after going through all the paperwork
Yep.
to buy 3.
At least they've got it on. At least they've got it on record.
I got my new clothes. I got Simpa. You know, I'm okay. So, I thought, should probably catch up with the others, see where they're at.
I know this time you guys have been back into town already, but after having done all this.
We're heading back, guys.
And your guys, your comp's not connected to the network at the moment.
Okay. Let's
You
get
have to
arranged.
go onto one of those dodgy places to pick up the anesthetic.
And we turned in the car already, right?
Fair enough.
Yep.
And you guys do
That's right. We'll walk back in and we'll
So it takes you about an hour to get back into where signal's picking back up again.
Hey guys, we'll come back soon.
Who is
Did we
this?
get that?
Countryside's really beautiful out here.
Sorry.
Wow.
I know.
Do I get that on the comments?
Yeah.
It's Piper, and we're gonna have words when we get back.
Roger.
Oh
I look at Dr. Chuckles says, at 3 o'clock in the morning, can you wake him up just for fun?
That took me by so much surprise.
I expect Dr. Chuckles is totally willing to do that.
Oh no, that's why I asked Dr. Chuckles to do that. Actually, that's too much shade.
I will occasionally
Too
pull
much
Piper's
shade.
leg.
Too much shade, okay.
That's why we get along.
Yeah, so-
Okay, so yes, you make it back to the place later that evening.
Whew, okay, well,
Long walk.
oh well, it's good fitness. We do take public transport a bit, so yeah.
Well, that was without public transport.
I know,
Otherwise,
no.
you're gonna keep spending money.
No, I don't want that. So, okay, so 3 days we need to head out to the farm, hey? Okay. And I go, click on the button again.
Now it's up to 28%.
Yeah. Still
Ah, question.
Yep.
Do we have... We're going to have to take this with us, you know that, don't you, Piper, and start it all over again?
You figured out you can't disconnect it during the process.
Alright.
Nah. Well, it depends how long I'm going to be out there. So I think I'm going to be here for 3 days, so at least progressive. And then when I come back, I'll just have to do it. Unless Dr. Chuckles wants to stay behind. So, but I'll talk to Dr. Chuckles when he's not talking to me. I don't know why. So anyway. So
Perhaps he's scanning you, you know, those invasive scans.
he does it.
Might be
while I was-
recharging.
He might be doing it while I'm asleep. He usually does that, but from history anyway. But that's all right. We'll just,
Dr. Chuckles is currently offline.
well, Dr. Chuckles. So. Well, I'll ask him when he wakes up, see if he wants to stay back and sort that out. Yeah. But knowing him, he loves getting combat. So yeah, we'll see how we go.
Okay, so morning rocks around. Did you guys want to do anything in the 2.5 days you have left before you're supposed to show up?
Well,
Or do
we
you
might
wanna
want
just
to clean
relax?
up our stuff so that we can.
Excuse me.
So probably want to pack up our gear. Do we need rations and things out there? Guessing we might.
They did see that they had mess hall and all that sort of
Okay.
stuff there.
So do we want to try and just make some connections or something, or explore the city, or?
Piper thinks we should keep out of trouble for a little bit, but
Well, keeping out of trouble doesn't mean that we can't go and.
well, you can. Piper's trying to save a bit of money at the moment. So she's a bit short on cash. So
Yeah, we're all short on cash.
yeah, well, I've just spent a bit.
Yeah.
Short
But
on
sightseeing costs nothing.
But the problem with Piper, if I go out, I go out for a while and I spend money.
Okay, alright.
Piper's trying to give you a hint that keep away from the bars for a little bit.
Well, what about might use our information data pad thingies to research on the boot camp, the kind of things that might be required, like the kind of things they train in, whether or not there's information about guns and tactics and techniques, and just like do a little bit of
I thought we already, as leader, I believe we already checked this out on the
Yeah, we've
Wikipedia.
Yeah, but I mean, since we're going to be undertaking the boot camp, maybe we want to, like, if the boot camp teaches, I don't know, tracking, we might want to touch up on our tracking knowledge. If it teaches about, like, pulling apart and putting together weapons, we may want to brush up on our weapons knowledge, so that, you know...
Yes, you do, don't you?
Yeah, because, like, I did better at it, but I'm still not good.
Hey.
So we've got
How
2
many
days.
pieces were left? 7?
You know, we could like do a bit of self-research, self-study. Piper doesn't want to go out and be tempted, so I'm willing to support her in that and have her as a study buddy.
Piper's going to start doing a Rambo.
We've got blasters and things like that.
You have whatever weapons you brought with you.
Okay. Is it possible we can safely
No.
take them apart and put them back together, or is
You
it
could
not
safely-
advisable?
You could safely pull them apart and put them back together again, but if you were to be seen carrying them outside of the room, then you didn't.
Well, I mean, to practice. We could do that.
if
safely.
you're if we're able to do it inside the room,
Yeah.
then we're fine.
Yeah, well, we might just do that kind of thing, like where we can't actively train, but we could at least brush up on our knowledge and things like that, so that when we go in there, we're not quite as bad as we were before.
Piper's giving a Rambo rainbow montage from Dr. Chuckles looking at setups and push-ups and things like that.
A rainbow montage
Rainbow, yeah.
of working out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine it's also been a little while since we did a little bit of PT, so we might do some PT as well.
Keep in mind.
So, you know, Rambo montage.
Yeah.
Except for the raw eggs.
Yeah, no, definitely raw eggs now.
Yeah, make that coffee and then we'll be fine.
Raw coffee.
Coffee and chocolate.
So raw coffee and raw chocolate.
No, just coffee and chocolate.
With hot water.
No raw.
I know where certain persons.
Well, I said just replace the egg part, so I did. I replaced the egg with raw coffee.
No, not raw. Coffee and chocolate.
Cup of coffee, what you're saying. Of hot water with coffee. So, I suppose we all can think of anything that we might do on the train based on the boot camp that we saw. We've learned a little bit already. We'll just try to pretend that, just work on tactics. Like it's not gonna just so we've got a bit of understanding. Because I thought, well, if we do this right, we've got some permanent work for a while, guys.
Okay. So you're doing that training, and Ariadne is
I'm
helping
doing
you
it
with
with
that.
Piper. Yeah.
What is Stefan's character doing?
How much did I pay for the car?
Well, you paid up front for that.
Oh, yep. Okay.
Basically, there was any damage you didn't have to pay extra.
Yep. Okay. Cool. So, who is currently available? We know you guys are busy.
Available for what?
Bodyguard.
Oh, what do you mean? Oh, you want a bodyguard?
Yeah,
No. I want to be bodyguarded.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'll go. Yeah, I'll go.
I want to
It'll
gamble.
cost
I
you.
don't feel like getting stabbed today.
Fair enough.
I'll go.
I'm sorry as soon as you leave the thing.
Hey, the money I make, I send to family.
Okay, I'll go and chaperone you.
Yeah.
So apparently you got two bodyguards.
Okay.
And okay. Call us if no, don't call us. you gotta don't call us. It's like that.
Okay, so you help find a nice gambling.
Different than the other one.
I'm with them, PT and train.
Okay.
And I'll keep.
Do I need a skullduggery check?
Are you trying to do something in the background while he's...
Sorry, I didn't mean skullduggery. I meant streetwise to find another den of ill repute.
It's fairly easy to find them near the spaceport. Because they're all over the spaceport.
Right, okay.
It's why they cracked down on it fairly quickly around the spaceport.
It's almost like they expect it.
Well, it is. And it's why that they allow them to run there, so it's easy to find. So, just walking a couple of blocks the other way, you find another gambling place.
Okay. Can I have a look inside and check how many shady people there were who looked similar to the last guys?
Oh, but they almost look like you can't tell the difference.
Oh.
So it seems like most of them are all shady.
Okay. And is this place checking for weapons?
No.
Are there any of these places checking for weapons?
No.
Do you have your non-lethal weapon on you?
Yeah, they're these.
Your name is so very effective.
No, I have my brass knuckles, but that's it.
Okay.
I'm happy to lend
Brass
someone
knuckles are lethal.
my gaffy stick.
Yeah, they are actually. So
They're not firearms.
No, I don't have my brass knuckles.
Are you allowed to have gaffy sticks though?
Gaffy sticks are big weapons. It's like someone walking around with a wizard staff.
Okay.
I think. And correct me if
I
I'm
kind
wrong,
of, I'm
but
not against that, but
I think Martin was saying at the very beginning something like if it's longer than a butter knife, it's considered a weapon.
yeah.
I think.
They don't mind knives. It's the blade part that they're worried about. The length of the blade.
Oh, length of the blade, right.
How much would brass knuckles cost?
They're not that expensive from
They're
memory.
not that expensive, no.
Because I was gonna say we could just get an extra couple of pairs of brass knuckles,
They're still considered weapons, aren't they?
but they're much easier to hide.
Yes, they are.
They are not firearms.
No, but they're not bladed either.
They generally cost around 25 gold credits.
Yeah, they're not too expensive.
Well, does anyone have brass knuckles on them? I don't. I know
I
I
do.
don't. Well, why don't you just give your brass knuckles to one of the other people,
And then be weaponless.
you do the gambling, and they do the punching.
Okay.
Oh well, I'm going to have my force pike, so
Your what?
no one should bloody bother us.
What's that?
He's carrying a big powered stick around with him.
Oh.
Oh, right, okay. Are you leaving your vibroblades at home, or you keep bringing them with you?
Oh, they're with me,
Mm,
but they're not obviously out.
Just don't murder people.
So you've chosen to conceal them?
Well, they're also sheathed in that, yeah.
Are you concealing them? Because sheath does not mean concealed.
Okay, no, well, I'll sheath them. They'll
So
still
in which-
be open,
in
but
which
I
case
won't
then you would
be.
easily see that
They're
you're carrying
peace
one of
tied.
those.
Okay, alright.
And they're called Chaos and Mayhem.
But isn't that an issue if you can easily be seen wearing knives?
It's the fact that it's the use, not the carrying. That's the issue.
As long as it gets go.
Oh, okay. I thought carrying was illegal here.
Carrying pistols, firearms, any sort of firearm is illegal, as is long-bladed weapons.
So because his is short-bladed.
yeah, it's not illegal to carry, but it
Right.
is
Okay.
illegal
But it is illegal to kill
people.
people with it.
Yes. Okay, that's fair.
That's why I'm got the
Alright.
force pike.
So let's go to this other place then.
Got a stun setting.
And hope that this pit of despair, casino.
Okay, you go in, and currently they are betting on fistfights.
This was not what I was expecting. But hey, it's gambling.
And we do have the other strong person in the party with you.
do?
Yes, we do. Who's the reigning champion currently?
Currently, it's a droid.
Oh, so it's droid fights.
No,
Oh.
The Obots.
but the droid is creaming the most of the opposition, and it's a B1 droid.
Mm-hmm.
What? Dr. Chuckles is beating them up. Of course.
No, it's not even Dr. Chuckles. It's a different B1 droid.
Yeah, I expected something like that.
I'm guessing that droid is the house droid.
No, has free droid written across his chest.
I'm gonna ask the bar.
So he doesn't have a restraining bolt.
No restraining bolt.
Can I go up to the bar and ask?
Yep.
Is that droid really a free droid?
He says, "Yep."
It's not a house droid for these bets?
Nope. The droid even got an Imperial ID.
For what?
Bounty hunter.
It's a bounty hunter?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Okay.
Specializes in hunting other bounty hunters.
Okay.
Ah, rogue hunters.
Right.
Not there. Don't want to know about it.
Okay. And I'm guessing everyone's placing their bets on him.
Well, most people would like to see him get knocked out. So far, no one's managed to hit him yet.
Do I take that risk? Yes, I do. Okay.
Can I put 10 credits on the
Troy.
droid?
I'd like to put 50 on my friend here to knock out the droid.
Which friend is that? says?
You're not here, are you?
Nope.
No.
Khalid will be here struggling.
Oh god.
So Khalid versus the droid. How badly could that go?
Actually, I'll withhold my bet, actually.
Yep.
He accepts your bet
Alright.
and says your friend needs to sign this waiver.
What does the waiver say?
You're responsible for any medical needs or funeral costs.
No, you'd be responsible for your costs if you're dead.
Basically, your estate is. And if there is no estate, there's no funeral.
Yep.
In which case,
so
your
what's
body
the
is,
rules?
traded in for credits.
So what's the rules?
The rules are knock the opponent down using your fists.
God. Great, so you'd be punching a bloody metal object. Yeah.
But because his fists are metal, you can use brass knuckles. Because metal versus metal, that's only fair.
Yeah. I don't know if they'll agree with you, but sure.
Sure, right?
You ask the bartender.
Yep.
He says, no weapons.
He's got weapons.
He's using his fists.
No, they're metal fists.
And maybe metal fists, but they are his fists. If you have a prosthetic fist that's metal, you can use that.
Those brass knuckles are now prosthetic. He's now using his fists.
I am sorry, but
I do not have brass knuckles woven into my
he
fingers.
slides back your credits and saying, "I'm sorry, but your bed's not kept here." So. You'll have to find some other sucker to beat up.
Just finished my PD going. You know, they wouldn't do anything stupid tonight. The rest of the going. Thought, nah, I think you'll be fine tonight. I think Barn will make sure they looks after.
I'm gonna watch a couple of bouts.
I'll ask our assassin friend, do you think you can take them without brass knuckles?
I'm still a greenback. I know the principles of it, but I lack the experience.
Fine, I'll take my credits back and just rumble.
See, I'm the perfect person to roll to.
Okay, so you Barn does watch the droid. It doesn't move like B1. It basically seems to be faster and more agile than you've ever seen droids.
Well, you must have some really nice upgrades. So basically, this is more of an assassin droid.
It is an assassin droid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know history of Dr. Jackals.
Droids can be upgraded.
Yep.
Yeah.
It moves with the grace of the infiltration droids from the Clone Wars.
Excuse me.
I'll ask them if they know any of any Pazak dens nearby.
Pazak? No, but we do have a Chad's den nearby.
What
Apparently the Pazak one shut down after there was some kerfuffle over a knife fight.
Really? That's horrible.
But your face was on the news relating to it. You know anything about it?
Yeah, it was horrible.
What, the den?
The whole experience. But you have a nice day. I'm gonna go see what the kerfuffle is and what this.
I'm gonna say to guys, it'd probably be wise to sit and watch a few extra bouts.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch some bouts with you because I was gonna come and find you anyway.
Yeah, apparently not many people are willing to go up against a droid after seeing a fight. You only get to see one match as it pretty much knocks a person out with a shot.
Oof. Well, okay. Save myself some money.
Is the droid actually holding back?
Yes.
There'd probably be like a hole in his chest where his heart would be.
What do you guys say we go to nearby Chance Die den?
Chance dice can be fluffed.
But
Don't you mean rigged, not fluffed?
yeah, true.
That's the one.
But there's not much else here. We have to go to like a higher class place then.
Well, they got the big casino in the city centre that does everything.
Yeah, but
Even games where you just put money down and potentially win money and have no idea what happens in between.
but that's concerning.
That's what most of the casino games are like.
Yeah.
You put money down, they tell you some sort of vague rules, and you go, oh, okay, I think I understand that. And oh, look, I've won money. Here's when we put more down, I've lost money. Oh, how did that work? I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be yeah, I'd rather know what was going on with my money. But you guys are the ones who are gambling, so...
Yeah, we're just going, yeah, look, I reckon he's learned his lesson, he won't do that again. I'll keep saying to everyone else back at this.
Okay, so you guys move on to the Chance Cube.
No, it's rigged, so...
All games are rigged. They're
All
always
games are
for their
rigged.
health.
But...
And if they let you win, it's because they're probably going to do something to you afterwards.
Yeah. We have learnt now.
I hope so, I'm thinking to myself.
I might just inquire as to the entry fees for the high stakes casino.
Well, at the casino, you basically get to show up in, decent clothes.
So not
Some
heavy
people
clothes.
fancy dress.
Well, you got to look like you've got money. You don't look like you got money, you don't get in.
I'm sure I could borrow your fancy dress.
I said you're going to get hands on my fancy dress.
Did we get two?
Not getting in my fancy dress.
And I paid a bit of money. I think I did.
You did.
You did.
Because I made sure I was trying to,
You're trying to impress.
Yeah, yeah.
That's for my date, man.
Yeah.
Come on,
I've got my
Vana had fancy clothes, and then
clothes for the
that's it.
camera
Yeah.
stuff I did.
I have fancy clothes.
Would you be willing to let Kaki over here borrow your fancy clothes so that she can go to the casino? I would say no.
I would say no to any other year.
I would say only provided if she damages it, she replaces it with something of the same quality.
Something in red.
Yeah, how much is it worth?
I think it's like 40 or 50 credits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really
Not
good.
too bad.
Okay, so while you guys are returning from your foray out in the gambling areas, you see on one of the news billboards the mongrel appear for a brief moment as you're coming around the corner with some text that scrolled past before you could really read it.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Where do we see?
They see it
They see him on
outside.
one of the news boards.
Oh.
So his face is on a news board.
Can,
Odd. Does the news board have like a channel you can patch into?
Normally, yeah.
Can we patch into that channel?
Okay.
Without comms?
You get on the channel and start hearing the day's news articles.
Mm-hmm.
As it's continuing, you can see it's continuing on from where it was.
Shit. Alright.
As it starts going through all these different things, it even has your name pop up.
Yeah, that I expected.
Now you're infamous.
And it goes how your case has been put on hold for the time being. It even has case numbers, and they keep going through all these different things. That it seems to be about another 10 or so different things for you to continue listening through. Or
Yeah, before it restarts. Yep.
well, do you want to continue listening?
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Is
can I
it like an
download it to
hour?
my holocom?
It may take a couple of hours to get back to where it was, or an hour. It might cycle every hour.
Can I download it onto my holocom
Why
or
don't I
datapad?
listen while you walk somewhere else? And that way, when it comes up, I'll hear it. So what else do we need to do now that my gambling thing's not going ahead? Tier.
And there's a beep beep on Piper's apparently, there is a Officer Fabio has left a message with a location and a time.
Oh,
I look at the three people who are looking at so I told you. Still got it. When's the time? Is it like
In a couple of hours.
a couple of hours?
what's the location?
Location is what seems to be well, actually you don't know. It's just a street number.
Does it give you a residence?
You don't know. You'd have to look it up.
I said look it up.
Well, we'll do a quick look up to see where it is first.
Okay, currently the terminal in here is busy.
Oh yeah, it is.
We don't have a data pack because data balance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where can we find it outside the house?
You can get to one of the public terminals.
How far that way is that?
Not that far from the house.
I couldn't do that. Make sure I've got enough time to get dressed a bit later on. Get my blue dress on.
Give me a that would be your intellect check against Duper.
Just put it to 1, 2, 3 actually. So 3 grand? 2 grand.
Make it 1 red and 1 blue.
Oof.
You have the option to do that.
No, that's fair cool.
Well, happy to use that times.
That's fair cool.
Alright.
There
Three
pretty good.
success or 2 successes, 1 threat.
Yep.
Okay. So
Hey, you're getting it.
So there. So I look and go.
you look it up. It looks like it is a really nice restaurant, and they have your favorite drink on stock.
Ooh.
With a special that if you buy the house special, you get a free glass of your favorite drink.
I think Pop is interested.
And the house special is something your mom used to make you.
Oh, we're in trouble now.
Yep.
How do you know? I know, I'm going.
Got your
So that is your threat all down there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like it. I'm going. Okay, how far is it away from the house?
Oh, it's in the center of the city.
So I have to take
So
a
about 4 hours of public transport.
Okay, five credits. I'll make sure. Yeah, get dressed old up. Get the two other friends to help me out. Make sure I'm saying, okay, this could be good for us in the future. You know, we might be able to get something out of this.
Yeah, take one for the team.
You're getting some out of this as you.
I'll try to get my formal blue dress and I'll make sure I look okay. Get the thumbs up from the other two girls, and I will
Can I offer for everyone else to rush?
yeah.
Okay.
Get on.
So no back up?
Yeah, I'm pretty safe. Look, I'm with a captain. Captain Fabio. Is it Captain who?
Lieutenant.
Lieutenant
No,
Fabio.
Officer Fabio. Can't call him lieutenant. He doesn't like lieutenant. Yeah, I know. But I have recorded that for some cheekiness later on. But okay, I'll make sure
Excuse me.
I'm not too early, but just arrive right on time.
Sure, Lieutenant Fabio can tease you, but I can't.
That's
You don't do the
because
same
Fabio
thing.
looks like Fabio.
So I'll turn up about, say, a couple minutes late.
Okay, so you're busy traveling while the others are still doing stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so it pipes up your interest again when the name Montreal comes up again.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
It's about an hour after you've been listening to stuff. Walking around, and it seems that his name has come up to do with Sector Ranger. There's been a notice that the Sector Rangers are now recruiting.
Oh,
The Sector Ranger.
he was the trainer of the sector rangers.
Oh, okay. Right.
And that he has he is now working directly for the Empire.
What? Okay.
Not what I expected.
He was on the other side, wasn't he?
He was, yeah.
He worked for the Republic.
He was, I thought he was very anti-Empire.
That's interesting. Okay. I don't hear this, but I'm just writing it down. So.
And that there is controversy around the appointment.
Understandably.
There is some of the hosts discussing this, saying they don't believe it was voluntary.
Oh.
Right.
Is this a Star Wars version of Fox News?
Very much that sort of thing. Where they have the whole controversy thing of controversial decision as one of the someone who had officially resigned in protest is now back in service, training the next generation.
Alrighty.
At which point, you do see a picture of him with a group of people who you then recognize as yourself and some others. I rumoured to be amongst the first recruits.
That was quick. When did we? Okay.
It's rumoured, remember?
You know, a lot of media just make things up and take photos and say, these people were standing next to that person, so that must be it. And I was out front of the bounty hunter office.
Good point. Never expected.
Almost like
But it was a few days before.
Is
So they're basically taking pictures from completely unrelated events and just throwing them all up in there together.
Yeah.
Media wouldn't do that. Of course not. No. Especially our dear friends, Fox News, you know.
So technically speaking,
we are now working for the Empire.
Well, our licenses is Imperial.
As with bounty hunter license, you're officially working for the Empire.
Yeah, that's
bounty
true.
hunter license.
Yeah.
Because you're it's an Imperial
Mm.
full Imperial idea at the same time.
Fair enough.
So, you do see all those details, and then not long after that, does it lead into a picture of you and Ross's character, which uses different photos to the ones that you see in the one with Monaco. Amusingly, both articles haven't made the connection yet.
Right. Okay.
Hey, just because it's media doesn't mean they know everything.
Yeah.
And it has completely the same sort of dry thing you heard before last time we met you, and no connection at all to the other thing at all.
It's funny.
So yes.
Yeah, it's always fake news.
Yep. Okay. Cool. I'll turn it off after that because I'm not interested.
And then you on your way into town on the public newsnet, you do see a picture of yourself up with Montgo.
With Monaco.
Yeah. And the sign saying Sector Rangers in the background.
Okay. So everyone take notice of that and me in the
Well,
public transport.
You're one of the public. Most people don't stare at the public transport while they're travelling.
Oh no, so I see it in the public then. Okay, I might talk to the guys when I get back. Oh, okay. Really? Oh, okay. Anyway, right. I'll probably take much notice of other things in my mind at the time. So I see it, but I go, I might talk to the guys later about that. Or the gang. So I'll turn up and try to make myself fashionably late for the time I need to be there. And I'll just. How fancy is this place? Pretty fancy.
You show up. It doesn't look terribly fancy, but it doesn't look run down either. It is one of those mum and pop places.
I've heard good and bad things about those.
Like
Are they
mum and
quite-
pop or mum and pup?
Well, they do have a pup in the picture, but they have a mum and pop on top.
Okay. A mum, pop, and pup.
I keep saying myself Varna warned me about these little things.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Father did.
Okay.
Something about not.
And the house specials meal is bigger than your head.
Yeah.
No, I'm not plagiarizing at all here.
No.
No, of course not, Martin. Of course not. So, okay, well, I'll walk through the front entrance and
Yep.
see if I.
He's leaning against the bar with that whole windswept look.
Yeah, okay, go. Control yourself, Viper. It's okay.
And the waist next to him puts away the fan.
Officer Fabio, how are you tonight?
I'm doing well. Hit it, Piper.
What was your name?
Cadet. You just call me Piper, it's okay.
That's okay.
What can I call you? Just Fabio?
Fabio is fine.
Okay,
For tonight.
But you know, when it's not tonight, it's officer, and in the bedroom it's lieutenant.
I wasn't going to go there.
You got beaten there.
I know.
Okay. So you end up having a nice meal. What's your favorite drink? Your favorite food?
Favorite person?
No, not my favorite person. That's
Favorite person's probably
Warren.
Warren. Yeah.
Is it good conversation?
Yes, I'll strike conversation and ask how long he's been working around here and
What's his hobbies?
yeah, I'll just bring a chat.
Does he like walking on the beach? Oh, okay. Sorry. Not up to the walking on the beach.
Have I
yet.
seen a beach before?
What about his favourite books?
Probably at least in a beach somewhere because there's beaches.
Yeah, no, I just thought I'd ask that.
His
And-
favourite author, George Lucas.
Let's go
Probably.
if he was a star speeder. Which kind of star speeder? Icebreaker questions, you know?
Oh yeah.
It turns out he is a amateur racer in the S-speeding circuit.
Swoop?
S-speeder is not swoop.
Oh, airspeeder.
S-speeder has crash survivability, whereas a swoop has you paint a picture when you land.
Yes.
So, really? Do you have a race coming up soon?
He races about once a month. He's got one coming up in about 2 to 3 weeks.
And I'm just doing banter the whole time.
And he describes his custom ride.
Oh yeah, and I show.
So you sit there going, no, glaze over.
No, I'll go. But I like food because I'm a bit of an
Yeah,
operator,
you
so-
are.
I was gonna say you
You're
are the
a pilot.
natural. You are the natural.
And I'm
pilot.
operator, so I'll be able to kind of talk some tech spec back and forth, kind of. And he'll be in red. I'm just trying. Oh yeah, that one with that model and that kind of things, and he'll go, okay, she knows what she's talking about. And, so yeah.
And you end up having a whole tech conversation over food.
Oh yeah, but that's how public run. Yeah. Okay, and I'll just just get a general and just ask. It's just about how long he's been here for and things like that. And, like,
He grew up here.
okay. And just just general questions and what his dislikes are and things like that. And,
Well, he hates criminals.
understandable. I should guess that. I said, yeah.
We're bounty hunters. We too dislike criminals.
We do dislike people not doing the right thing.
Well, no, he says I thought you dislike people doing the wrong things because if they do the wrong things, you get called and you get work. If everyone did the right thing, you'd be out of your job.
Oh no, but to me, it's a job is a job, but it's
The fact is, just like his job, people don't do the
Do
right
I
thing.
feel from me just talking, I won't bring it up, is he more interested in is it like he's more of an empire kind of person, an imperial kind of person?
He's more of a rules person. He doesn't care who gives the rules as long as everyone follows the rules.
Okay. And I'll ask him what he thinks of Moncrief or
So what do you think so?
was it Moncrief or
Moncrief. He thinks highly of Moncroft as he trained
Moncoeur?
Yes.
Moncoeur, as he trained a lot of the security people of the law.
Yeah, I said, look, my first week was pretty impressive, and yeah, it's.
He heard that he was asked his opinion of your group after he arrested you.
When I asked him, what did you say about me?
I said you probably look pretty, but I'm not too sure about the rest.
Yeah.
Really?
But now he knows. She's got a tech mind.
Really? And I go, really, Lieutenant? I say,
Well, you're barely wearing anything.
well,
And you show up to the door like that. No weapons whatsoever, completely disarmed and almost with no protection.
I can handle it when I need to.
A good combat officer doesn't need weapons to protect themselves.
A bit of banter back and forth to this kind of thing. Yeah. And I do, and we'll just do the whole night, appreciate it, and then I'll say, look, thank you very much. We need to get back to my crew kind of thing, and do appreciate it. And it's nice, maybe in the near future after my training with Moncoeur that we can maybe. I'd like to see you in this race. Actually, I'm really keen, interested in this.
He looks forward to it and wishes you a good night.
We should do it. So,
Kiss on the cheek?
I'll give him a kiss on the cheek on that.
And he doesn't drive you home?
I didn't. Oh,
Yeah, does
Oh,
he
can
drive
I-
home?
I'll ask him. I said, look, I'm a bit new to this place. I haven't really got myself a vehicle yet. Would you mind driving me home with that?
Well, I could call in the one of the security vehicles.
That's not too much of trouble.
No, not too much of a trouble. You don't mind them thinking you're drunk.
I can live with that. and I'm not going to say, it's not the first time.
I mean, you need to drink a bit. It'll be safer than on public transport.
That's right.
Okay, so he calls in a drunk delivery.
And I'll act it up a bit, kind of thing. So
And you get the drunk wagon back.
that's okay. I feel okay.
And as you're getting in, you give them a little wink, just like.
So I'll go, yeah. I'm pretty happy with myself.
Sounds like a pretty successful day.
Okay, so everyone's knows when Piper shows up because there's a vehicle stops rather loudly up front and someone bangs on the door saying they've got a pipe delivery.
What did you do?
And I go, hey guys.
I walk out and I pick her up and walk her inside.
And, thank you, fellas. And,
Blow kisses.
No, I don't like this thing. It's only like this one.
Very selective.
As soon as I get inside and close the door, yeah, I was okay.
We know.
Hey, save me some money there, guys. So.
Yeah, fair enough.
I know, and I tell them, I just go, he does this, he races these things, and this kind of stuff, and da. I just let, all the chat I'm talking about, I'm talking about the vehicles, I'm talking about the, V12s and whatever I have to talk about around the cars. I don't shut for about an hour afterwards. So,
Yeah.
So the question, Piper, is this reconnaissance or reconnaissance?
we don't know yet. We have to see.
Okay.
But it might be handy. to have
Could be
somebody-
both.
It might be handy. I think we've got something going on there.
I do think it's good to have an ally with
That's right.
ties to
I'm glad
to
David's
this
not
land, and
here
I'm
right
happy
now,
that
but-
you
I'm glad David's not online at the moment, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
no, I
I
don't think
know.
he is.
happy that you're happy.
As long as he hasn't, I'm waiting for Dr. Chuckles to say something. But-
Yeah, no, not yet.
He's not online.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's right. So I'm feeling good with myself, kind of thing. So I'm sure I'll get inquiries by Dr. Chuckles that he's been looking after me properly and all that. So I don't know. I go. Be checking on the terminals. He's got about, and I'll go. Yeah.
Okay, so you're up to 30%.
Yeah. Cool. I'm getting there. So yeah. We still got 2 days before we have to get out there, don't we?
Yeah, hopefully it'll get further along than that.
Okay, so if you don't have anything specific you want to do in the next 2 days, you can say you're just relaxing and resting.
And training. Yep.
Bit
So,
of-
we
bit
turn
bo-
up
a bit
at the-
boisterous in the morning more than usual. So yeah, with my training.
How are we getting out to the place?
To the
Boot camp.
to the farm.
Is there
In
public
college.
transport? Okay, there we go.
No.
Not what you checked last time.
No.
Yeah.
But then
Why
again,
don't
the place
we-
wasn't even listed last time.
Oh, never mind.
Do we get like public transport close by and then walk the rest of the way?
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, whatever public transport is able to get us to the closest point before we have to walk out.
Yep, you can get one about an hour out.
Okay.
That's fine.
We'll do that. Like I said,
And it still costs you only 5 credits to get that far.
Okay.
and I still go. We need to get a car, so
Yeah. Boot camping for the moment.
I might see if we can work out my lieutenant friend.
Yeah, paddy wagon doesn't count.
Hey, it cost me the money to get back here. Sometimes you got to improvise.
Yeah, there'll be this story about this bounty hunter group that's always drunk and needs the drunk tank home.
And you had a party.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
The question
Everyone's
is,
always
do you
partying with
think
these bounty
Work
hunters.
hard, play hard.
Yeah, that's right.
do you think we've probably got one that they've decommissioned and we could use that?
Well, we might be able to, if we're getting trained up, we might be able to acquisition some local
Well,
transport rental.
If
Yeah.
we manage to pass this trade, this will look very good on our bounty resume.
I think I did it last night, explain how we're respected, like it's been trained all the local law enforcement, and it's like I think we're on the right track here. So,
Yeah.
So,
Super keen.
and maybe I'll give myself a little speed and go racing with that guy.
Yeah. You Fabio.
Your boy toy.
Boy toy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with that one. I'm happy with that with Barna. Boy toy.
Why am I
Okay.
hearing like careless whisper in the background?
Sorry. What's this? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, what was something of that song was it? I don't know. Was it say? So it kind of rap song. How was it? I know that's Metallica. Was that Metallica song which talks about driving? I think I can't remember. Give me fuel, give me fire,
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me
That's all I hear in the
desire.
background in my head. That's because it's more Piper's music kind of thing. So,
Gotcha,
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, definitely fire there, yeah.
You think of ludicrous?
Oh, no, I was like,
Move.
I think I know. I'll bring it up. I'll write it down for next week. So.
I don't know why. Ludacris, I just think like Ludacris's verse in that Justin Bieber song, Baby.
Didn't Ludacris do
version of
the music
Ludacris.
for Fast and Furious?
Yeah, he did.
He also did the song Move. Well, Move, bitches, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you arrive up at the boot camp on the day.
Yep.
You said you would. As you arrive there, you notice that they do have a different sign out the front.
What does it say?
It now says it is headquarters for the sector rangers.
Okay.
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 This, yeah.
And it does have the Imperial emblem.
Are the weapons and
Does
stuff
not
still in
look
place?
good.
Yes, they are.
Okay. Is the minefield still there?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Everything's finished.
Is there a news crew there?
No.
Thank
Ooh.
God.
I found this one I was opening up. The Distance by Cake. That's what I was thinking.
We could
Oh,
make a news
that's a
group.
great one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah,
What's
well,
that?
that's The Distance by Cake.
Ah.
Going the distance, go for speed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yes, as you rock up there, you see the place has about 20 different clone troopers working around in full armor.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not looking good for him.
No, I think we need to have a talk to him on the side, maybe.
Yeah, I think maybe he's been forced into something.
Yeah.
You do see that there is also an Imperial shuttle parked nearby, near the center of the compound.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a long red line?
No long red line, no.
What's the
Or another
significance of the long
long-
red line?
The Emperor.
Oh,
You know, royalty sort of thing.
oh, okay.
Yeah, you know the Red Guards kind of thing.
Yeah.
No, it's the on the line.
I'm very suspicious in the way. I know he's good, but I don't think he's that kind of. Yeah. Okay. I reckon it's something to do with his son and things like that.
Yeah.
I think something's gone on there.
Yeah.
They threatened him to say, "You don't do this, I'm going to kill your son" or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. I feel that's going, but we need to get him aside when no one's around.
Yep.
So
Out in the trenches.
I've left my blue dress back at the other place, by the way. So.
My blue dress.
No, I've got
No,
mine.
her.
Oh, you got your own blue dress. Okay.
You got a nice dress, but my blue dress is
Oh no, sorry, I let my blue dress to catch
Yeah.
you.
No, I didn't borrow it in the end.
Oh, you decided you didn't want a blue dress.
Wasn't the right color.
No, just
Oh well, if I'd known it was you, I would have given you an orange dress.
later on we'll see if I can afford one.
Okay, so you get in there. You are directed to the commandant's office.
Yep.
By the troopers.
Oh, no droids now.
You can see that what droids they do have are all basically standing in rows.
Okay.
They don't seem to be active.
Not
Ah.
the same as. This is looking like a doubter for this guy.
Okay.
Could be target practice.
While we go walking to the thing, with the trooper thing, where did the boys go?
He points. They're sort of
Oh, they're still in, but they're. Okay. And I'm just seeing if are they just like not doing the same task they were doing before, or
They
just
seem to be deactivated at the moment.
you're not using the droids to help out around here, or?
Currently not.
I asked the trooper. Oh, the master trooper guy this. No.
Who says currently not?
Okay. They're pretty good, by the way. But anyway. Okay. So, just so I get something. If I can get something out of the trooper, that sounds like it's pretty much straight answer. So. Okay, let's wait till we go to the commander's office.
Would it be nice if you occasionally came across one that was just too talkative and told you everything you need to know?
I haven't got my dress on, so I can't really do that. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so you
What are they? What's their reaction to Dr. Chuckles?
they're not particularly happy with Dr. Chuckles.
Sorry, he's not particularly happy with that.
And if they are, do look at it's okay. He's our medical drill just to help us out after our training. So.
After we get our asses whooped.
He's part of our team, so.
And I point there's a restraining bolt. I do point to it, so they feel as bad. So.
Okay, so in the office, you find they've got the whole sector ranger flag and hanging behind the main desk, and with Montgomery sitting behind it, talking to someone else on some sort of video link. And you're sort of standing outside the office while he has some sort of conversation.
Can we hear what's going on? Can you say that?
His tone doesn't sound happy.
Can we just get a gist of the conversation? I think. Or?
More along the. I think he's saying he'll do things his way.
Can I use a perception check on this one? Because I've got perception. I just want to see if I can pick out if I can find out who's talking to exactly.
Give me a perception check with your character, and your pick is 2 purple and a red.
I've got a perception of 2.
What's your ranks in cunning?
Cunning's only 2, but I've got perception
have full
So
screen.
you do 2
I-
yellow with the check because you weren't asking someone for assistance at that time. You're actually doing that check.
Sorry.
So it'd be just straight to yellow.
That's fair, because I said I'm just trying to listen to myself. I didn't ask for any help there.
Okay. All right.
That's right, dude.
Well, that's not bad.
I mean,
It's 3 successes and 6 threat.
yeah.
Okay. So you see that the guy is talking to what appears to be some sort of admiral. And while you're noticing, you also notice the admiral has blue skin and red eyes.
Fuck.
Is that Thrawn?
We don't know.
We don't know this person, so
Player.
Yeah,
Player
player
said.
knows, character doesn't.
I have no idea at all. I don't know it. Not like that. Intrigued on the Star Wars universe. I know a little bit, but not enough. I'm learning. Okay. But I suppose with the...
You probably would need a warfare to know about him.
Yeah, so I'm just hearing that, hear these arguments saying, no, I want to do it my way because it's the way I should do it. And, my way.
And he hangs up on the person.
He hung up on who?
The person who was talking.
Thrawn. I'm guessing blue skin and red eyes is Thrawn. I'm doing
Well,
pretty good for someone who doesn't know
Well,
what
it's the
Thrawn
equivalent
about.
of hanging up on Darth Vader.
Yeah, like bad.
Like Darth Vader says, and next thing I'm gonna get you, dink. And then Darth Vader calls back, saying, no, busy.
Yeah.
Or they don't answer because they're miles away. Excuse me.
And I go, oh, and I think to myself, no, I didn't go with us. I'll relay this after we talk to this. I just want to go.
Okay, at which point you're invited in.
Okay.
Out of character, I suspect an orbital strike.
Says, welcome.
Hope we haven't disturbed you too much then.
No, this is a difference of opinion.
Understandable.
Yeah.
So,
Pretty mean looking guy.
Did we see him?
I saw him do it.
You saw him. Okay.
But I'm not going to colonize still some. I'm just going to say, okay. We're here through our trial, I suppose. So.
And you probably also realise that whoever was on the screen saw you as well.
I'm fully aware of that. So I'll probably peer around the side of the door.
You're just a pretty face.
Hey,
Maybe.
that's all right. Piper's just getting himself known by people that doesn't need to really want that. It's okay. Keep yourself out in the world.
Okay. So yes, Moncol looks at you and says, well, I do have a proposition for you. I am supposed to be recruiting for potential new sector rangers who do the equivalent of what bounty hunters do, but more policing than bounties. And you do get paid for it as a weekly salary instead of having to constantly take things in. He does not mind if you do pick up a few bounties on the side.
Okay.
Okay, I'm okay with that. That's all. I'll just make sure that he says that because I'm.
But as long as you're not breaking any laws in the time frame when you're helping enforce the laws, he does not really care. Just that he objects to imperial bureaucrats taking on the role who are running out the money.
What is the implications then if some of the jobs we are given are heavily imperial influence? So what if they start asking?
Sector rangers technically work for the Empire, just not
Yeah.
for the military.
So what if they start asking us to take out, I don't know, previous rebellion officers that or whatever?
What's the rebellion?
Wrong era.
Republican.
Resist an R something. Resistance.
Yeah, you think you're Republicans.
Just more the Confederate.
Yes. Very.
That is between you and your conscience. He can't advise one way or the other.
But legally speaking, you
Legally.
have to pass that on to.
Legally speaking, if you're being given a job to do, you're meant to do it.
Yeah. It's based in the military.
But as a policing force, generally those jobs would be given to people who would be expected not to bring them in.
Okay, so to just kill them.
Yes.
Right.
Whereas sector rangers are generally known for bringing them in alive.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a preference for people who can bring people in alive, not for people who will execute them on the spot.
We're doing pretty well on that count.
Right.
Yes, Jack.
Yeah. So far, we have brought in every single one of our baddies alive.
Yep.
We've only had 3, but they're all alive.
They were all alive. One came in without pants. but,
Works
you know.
me.
And
I
he
just wanted
killed
to
the person,
clarify
but, like,
the
whatever.
intricacies of the current situation.
Yes, and apparently he was one of the persons put forward to be a sector ranger.
Oh, okay.
He refused.
Oh, okay.
Now, will we be based here or somewhere else around the planet? Or?
He would be based out of his camp here. He'll be expected to train, get your accreditation and vehicles, weapons, and basically,
My eyes light up these vehicles.
and basically travel to be anywhere you're needed.
Are we training in squads versus the clone troopers?
The clone troopers will be providing some of the training, as will the droids, though the droids under Imperial law have to be turned off unless they're in use.
Wait, clarify. It's stormtroopers or clone troopers?
Clone troopers.
Oh, sorry, I'm getting everything wrong tonight.
So it is clones.
Clones.
This is the clones from the surrounding lands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not Imperial
Now,
stormtroopers.
We're in this
Right.
office. Is the door closed and without any planes in here, or just?
Place could be bugged.
The place is a little bit.
Yeah, no, I'm just, but I'm just. Whenever he's talking, I'm looking around.
There are cameras in the room.
Okay, gotcha. I'm just keeping an eye if we can talk.
You'd expect there to be a camera everywhere.
Yeah.
No, so that would be the time to pretend you're like the dumb farm girl.
Okay, so when we're bringing them in, would it be live cells or frozen?
As long as they are delivered alive, that is the point. In carbonite is different to frozen. Carbonite is considered alive, but if you freeze them, they would most likely be dead.
I
Yeah,
don't think we
no.
have access to carbonite. though.
I think the at the moment we bring them in warm rather than cold.
Yeah, from memory card.
Yeah, due to the fact that we don't know how to use carbonite, we'd probably end up killing them.
Yeah, I'd say we'd be bringing them in warm.
So I'm just imagining reading the book like 400? No, it's
Yeah, so we'll probably either overcook them or overfreeze them.
Wrong unit!
So I did mention that we have a lot of our base equipment back at our thing at the spa. We could probably collect that and leave it out here. Is that correct? Or?
He's happy with that, and he's also happy for you to have a place off compound where you can relax.
Get back to it. Yeah. Cool. I thought just check and just want to make sure. And,
So we'd have it for
yeah, so we've got like a bit of work base and home base.
me.
Kind of thing. So,
Oh, cool.
yeah. Okay.
So
In terms of expenses, though,
He is going to provide a salary for training
right?
Oh.
purposes.
No, but I mean, in terms of expenses, should we have somewhere off base that's us?
well, this is what the place. Well, you can use that for the time being, and then eventually you might upgrade to something else later on. So,
Okay, alright.
so I'm thinking I just want to see because like some stuff I'm not going to leave there and stuff. I'm not going to bring here.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah.
But didn't we say we bring everything here?
Yeah, I thought we were going to bring
He
everything with
recommends
us.
bringing any of your weapons and leaving them on
Yeah.
in the compound and not somewhere where they can be misappropriated.
Yeah.
No, I'll bring all the weapons. I think it's more just like I'll leave certain things back there, including the encryption thing we're doing. I think 'cause I won't bring it out here because that's something we want to keep secret.
don't want to interrupt it, you know.
I want to keep it running.
So I just keep going back there and pressing it.
So every so often I'll
Just get the cleaner to enter.
we can't afford cleaning it. Come on, so
Reprogram the cleaner bot.
and B1 is won't clean. I've already asked the question. I've already asked it. Now
He will, but his version of cleaning is acid wash.
yeah, I do say. Do you have concerns with B1 being out here? How?
He doesn't have a. He's not particularly happy with droids,
I know, but
especially
Given
ones that have ties applies to different forces.
Understood, and yes, but he does have restraining bolt in him.
He has. He's been responsible for the programming of all the droids on base.
He'd be purely for medical reasons for us, so we're not going to use anything else.
You prefer if you kept that one at your other location.
Oh.
Okay, but he can help us on any of the work that we do. Or not?
You should be able to. Just he would prefer not to have a unknown droid on his.
Understood. Yeah.
Accidents can happen. He says.
I said, okay. I'm sure B1's with us at the moment anyway, but what can I say? Make sure you understand that, and I'll probably get a smart ass answer, but yeah. Cool. Okay. Cool. I'll look around the team. We've got any other questions for?
I think that covers it.
So I think that's just to correct how much salary we're looking at a week.
So you're looking at the moment on about 50 credits a week.
That's alright.
Not paying. You're not being charged for board or food.
Which is pretty good actually. Cool. That's for training.
For the training, and depending on how you pass, is how much more you'll get paid.
Do we know how many weeks training this is?
It's expected to be about 6 weeks training. And you'll also be able to spend 10 XP to advance your character, which I'll talk to you about between sessions. Or
Cool.
session if I had a chance to.
Yeah, I'm still with the system, so I'm keen to see how we go with that. So, yeah. But I think I'm pretty happy that we're making some dents here.
So will we also get supplied with equipment, or we'll have to buy that?
That also depends on what you qualify for.
I think we'd be listed the best around training, and the better we do, the more probably stuff we could probably use. So. And I assume that once we finish our training, we'll have a vehicle we can use to do our stuff work with. Or...
Again, that depends on what you qualify.
Okay.
If no one qualifies to fly, you don't get a flying vehicle. If no one qualifies to drive, you don't get a road vehicle.
Right, okay.
I kind of deep breath here.
I don't think any of us have got aspects, do we? Yeah.
In terms of qualifying,
I do as an operator.
are we qualifying things we are not currently trained in, or things we are currently trained in?
Well, you can learn to do things naturally. If you pass their test, you get qualified for
Okay.
Yeah, so I got pilot.
So either you test out or you train.
Yep.
Yeah, so I got piloting, planetary piloting space. So I really want to drive. So end up being an operator, and I love flying things. So, but yeah, cool. I think I'll look at everyone. If everyone has any questions, I think we'll start setting up, ready to go. But we'll do the next
Start
session.
getting ready for training.
And that will give you guys 6 weeks of passing training with him, learning what the laws are of the region.
Yep.
Compared to what the strict Imperial law is. Because apparently following the law to the letter is more important than the intent when dealing with Imperials.
It's gonna be interesting trying to fit in bounty hunts between this stuff. But that's right.
But I think this fulfills our clan's wishes of we are still bounty hunters, but now we are getting consistent
Training, yeah.
income source
And we get training.
that we can send back to the clan.
Gives us every cycle. I'll just drive back and go book and come back. So eventually we'll get to 100%. That's what I'm going to tell myself. And maybe I can go watch somebody go do a speed race later on too.
Have you told anyone about that yet?
Yeah, I would have said that.
Yeah,
Piper had a few
Piper
drinks.
spent about an hour babbling about
Yeah.
that date.
I
Piper
wasn't
had
sure
a
if they
few
mentioned
of
the race
her
or not.
favourite drink when she was there, and she was like,
Including a meal just like your mum used to make.
and I was saying, oh, so good, and I'm just going, and it's like, I don't know how he knew. It's like, oh, it's like, yeah.
And basically describing one of everyone's favourite, Mandalorian meals.
And then he brought the boot free drink.
But if the race is in 3 weeks and we're training for 6 weeks, we're gonna miss it.
No.
Well, she might be able to get away for a
I might be
day.
able to, if I do well, I might be able to
She might be able to get away for an evening or
I might
an
be able to
afternoon
walk
or
through
whenever
and
it is.
just
Just trying to get in
The
there.
idea of having the extra spot is you should be able to go there and unwind and get away from a military camp.
Unwind, scout out Imperials and report back.
Gambling.
He's not Imperial.
Okay.
He's
It's a big race. Money
He's not
can
Imperial. I keep saying he's a nice guy. He just does the work.
Well, Sector Ranger is a police force,
I know.
not the military. So it's the highest form of police in the area. It's very much like they say Texas Ranger.
I can invite you along to the race as well, by the way.
So they are considered the law at the
I don't-
extreme end.
Yeah, so we're essentially becoming U.S. Marshals.
Very much so.
So.
That's what I was thinking.
Which
Which-
we always wanted.
Funny enough, I actually almost was a U.S. Marshal. I basically, if I learned Spanish, I would be able to work anywhere that I chose. But life decisions, I ended up not going.
Learning Spanish.
I ended up just not going into law enforcement. So, yeah.
Ended up in
But
Australia.
I was very close to actually doing that. So.
Yeah. That would have been a pretty cool job.
Would have been interesting. Yeah. I would have loved it.
Yeah, I think we've done well, so.
So you've now got the options to become Sector Rangers.
And it was all up to somebody saying how good he was. We started off with
Yeah.
my first day.
Handsome.
Handsome, that's what I needed. I like that. You said when you said handsome, I thought you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, I've always trusted your view, by the way. So.
It's fortunate that I guessed right.
Then we swim with the helmet.
Do we tell our clan that we did this?
Possibly. No.
The clan
Just
doesn't
send
need
the
to
money.
know. They just need the money.
Yeah, they're happy with the money. I think we might as we go, we might just inform. I think, but I think we'll get all that training done and see where we end up at the end. I think, but I might, because I'm still waiting to find out where my family is and how much I have to get, how we're going to get that back.
Our grandkids can know the details, but the clan doesn't need to know the details.
Yeah.
It can be in your your memoirs.
Yeah.
That's it.
Definitely something that comes up down the line, but not necessarily right now.
And so, did anyone in the group have warfare as a knowledge?
It's not a selectable thing.
No, so I've only.
It's a custom skill.
No, warfare is not from Edge of the Empire. That's right. It's from
Yeah, there's no option for it.
Yeah, others would have. Yeah.
So I've got.
On the sheet that I've got, it says below knowledge skills, it's got custom skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an Age of Rebellion skill
Oh,
generally. So using depending on which shit you're using. And I'm not sure if I offered it to someone from one of the other things. I don't think it was a starting one.
No.
Because I think I did. My career skills more towards the piloting, reception, and gunnery, and then I had the other one. But no, I think I just like to say that because I've never worked out the level of those things.
Yeah, warfare is like lightsaber.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's on the Legends of the Galaxy page, and I don't think any of us use that
No.
character page.
I've got Edge of the Empire stuff.
Yeah.
It was to keep everyone on the same page.
Yeah, just
Literally.
keep it easy.
Poor Dr. Chuckles is going to have to be a further place more.
It's okay. You're going to have someone looking after your rooms while you're not there.
So he can't do the training, can he? Okay. Oh well. It's okay. He can keep us
Well,
around.
droids can't be sector rangers.
Oh no. He can be assistant.
They could be custodians.
But that still doesn't make him go through the training.
I don't know that he'd want to be a sector ranger.
Unless he remove the restraining belt, no.
Yeah.
If we have some really bad person. we
Yeah,
get
then maybe, yeah.
Okay. Bolt gone. Off you go. But yeah. We saw the other. Oh, some of the guys saw the other restraint.
Yeah.
The restraining belt does, so. Yeah. But no, I think we're good.
Alright.
And I've got a contact in the local law enforcement. You do?
You do?
Come on, go. Just kidding, teasing you.
Lieutenant Fabio.
Fabio.
He likes me calling him Lieutenant.
Every time you say Fabio, I'm like, sort of,
I'm gonna have to find a picture of something driving Joe with the hair going, so I'll send it to you.
Prince Charming.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think put Prince Charming out of Shrek. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking that.
Yeah. That's what I was
Not as arrogant,
visualizing.
but yeah.
Yeah, maybe, no, hopefully nowhere near as arrogant.
No, I wouldn't be going after it as arrogant.
Either that or you could just look up half the 1980s romance book covers and which Fabio's on like 50% of them.
I would see him as a Fabio, but yeah, I'd have the hair, but not the actual face. I don't know why I'm thinking about this right now.
Yeah, you seem particularly interested.
No, I'm just okay. I'm doing it from the other angle now.
This is where you go home. I need to research.
Need to research.
Yep, need to
Okay,
research.
out on the Civic on the weekend. Yeah.
Out comes the Mars and Boone.
Yeah.
Mills and Boone.
Mills and Boons.
My mother had Mills and Boone. Yes.
I don't think Fabio was on one of those. I think he was on like
But
You had a big chunk of
the
them.
fantasy
Yeah, he was
romance
on some of
ones,
them.
like the pirates and the
my mum and a friend always used to
princes and.
I've seen a couple of
some of them are
elderly
really
ladies snickering to themselves with Fabio at the front.
Oh, okay.
And the books on the train.
Yeah.
Was it any Hallmark movie on Netflix?
Oh,
Or that
yeah.
one,
I got you. Hold on.
You know what?
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you guys for joining in.
Thanks, Rose.
Yep.
Thanks, Steve.
And yes, your characters have now got yourself a short-term job at least. We'll see what turns out from there.
One question.
Yep.
Um,
Something like this.
Yeah.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
With a
Will-
police uniform on.
I'm gonna put it
Prince
on
of
the, on the
Midnight.
dice.
guys,
Yeah.
okay. My question is, in Age of Rebellion, there's a recruit talent tree. Would we be going down that talent tree?
Not at this stage.
Okay.
You're not being recruited for the Rebel Alliance.
No. What I meant is for the Sector Rangers.
No, for the Sector Rangers, they're not taking you down that talent tree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that one's specifically geared towards people who join the rebellion.
Yeah, you're probably thinking of there's the law enforcement.
Yeah.
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 Is that in the colonist section?
It's more law enforcement.
Yeah.
Where the recruit is
March.
definitely not relating to law enforcement at all.
Okay, alright, so.
Okay.
That's cool.
No, that was just a normal standard question. That was all.
It's all good. It's all good, dude.
It's all good, Dave.
You know more about this than I do, honestly. I'm just coming in fresh, so.
Did you say you
Yeah.
had another question?
No, that was the only one because I waited for you guys to stop talking so everyone could hear the question.
Sorry,
Yeah,
we
so-
were too busy being distracted by Fabio.
Yeah.
A bit excitable by far.
Blame Piper.
Yeah.
Nirvana.
It's all Piper's fault.
Okay, so I'll see you guys at next session.
Yeah.
And I'll try to get in touch with everyone between to figure out what to do with your character for your advancement.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So good night, and I will
Yep.
talk to you soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Catch you
See you
later.
later.
See you
Bye.
Bye.